It's now Wednesday night, just a few days away from final day. We're here in St. Lomas tonight. We have two gentlemen in front of us. Needs no introduction. The man on the left, editor of this year's Westmeath Yearbook, Randall Scally, and on the right, Jerry Buckley. First of all, we'll have a word with Jerry. Jerry, you were a happy man coming out of Newbridge the last day. We didn't get words with you, but we said we'd keep you in mind for this final on Sunday.
Yeah, I was
this time last year, we won the Leinster, we won the All-Ireland. After the All-Ireland, did you think we'd ever be in another Leinster final?
Yeah, frankly I did, Ollie. I felt the big obstacle to get to the Leinster final was Wicklow, and it proved to be a big obstacle, but we did the job very convincingly in the end. You know, I mean, a tough match in Aughrim, got a deserved draw, and then brought them back to the Cusack Park, gave them a good head start, and still won very well in an excellent performance. I felt we'd beat Wexford. I didn't feel we'd beat Wexford by 25 points. I don't think anyone in their right mind would expect that we did, but we played superbly well that day. But that's in the past now, and the old Keepack jerseys are facing us on Sunday, and that's a far cry from the Wexford Creamery jerseys.
Well, we went in against Kerry last year, the mighty men from the kingdom. We thought it couldn't be done. Some people thought it couldn't be done, but some people thought it could. On Sunday next, Jerry, what's your views?
My view is that this alleged Meath hoodoo, which went on for the 20th century, is going to end in the 21st century, Ollie. And this is our first game against them at an important level in the 21st century. And I believe we're going to shade Sunday's game. I think it'll be very difficult, but I think we'll get through it, Ollie. We have an outstanding team, very well managed, very well coached, and there'll be no stone unturned in the preparation for Sunday's game. And I think it's a vital game for the future of Westmeath football. As we know, unfortunately, the senior team isn't going well at the moment. It'll give us a great shot in the arm, and I think we're going to do it on Sunday, Ollie.
Well, Luke Dempsey, what has he got that he makes footballers out of nothing, in other words? Like, this time last year or earlier on, no one ever thought we'd make him the Leinster final. We built and built and built, he built and he has the same progression this year.
He has indeed, Ollie, and I mean, it's no disrespect to anyone else, but I mean, 3 years ago this was quite a mediocre minor team. I remember being down at a championship match in Longford, and they were well and truly beaten. And with effectively the same panel of players, we now look an outstanding team. I mean, with a few drinks on me last year, I think I told you that I loved Luke. So still love Luke, and he's a remarkable man. I met you outside the cathedral the other night. They even have him giving sermons in the cathedral now. He's a fantastic man. Wonderful man management skills, Ollie. I think a lot of it is down to that. He even said in his talk in the cathedral, I mean, he compared, you know, it wasn't football he was there to talk about. But I mean, you have to handle people, you have to handle young men, you know, fellas with different personalities, and Luke is the master at that, Ollie. And as well as that, obviously, we have very good footballers, and he's a good coach, and he has a good backroom team behind him there, and has had the last few years. So a lot of it is down to him, but the players have to do it Sunday. As he said to them before the All-Ireland final last year, there's no point in doing it out in St. Lomans or Ballinagore. They had to do it in the Gaelic grounds in Limerick. And he's going to say the same to them before next Sunday. The day to do it is in O'Connor Park. How many points you kick here or goals behind us tonight or Ballinagore means nothing. We have to do it for the 60 minutes in Tullamore on Sunday, and I'm convinced we will, Ollie, and break this sickening, pain in the backside Meath hoodoo.
Well, you just mentioned the backroom team. He always seems to get a great team of selectors and working men around him, Lou or Jerry, and he'd admit that, like, he doesn't take all the glory, but he's a great selection committee there with him at all times.
Absolutely, and in fact, Luke never looks for glory. He's never a man you see swanning around the town saying like that I'm Lord Muck. I mean, Luke is a very modest type of a fella, you know, and as you say, he has assembled good backroom men. I mean, you can't organise a session like this with one man. You need other men. Joe Giles is taking a lot of the session down there. Last year he had people like Michael Lydon. So, I mean, it's a team effort. There's no question about that. But even at that, he gets the best out of the mentors around him. There's no question about that. And, I mean, what has happened in Westmeath football in the late 1990s, fellas like myself would have dreamt about that as a child, Ollie. And you still have to pinch yourself. I mean, Randall was out in the house there last night. I mean, over the fireplace, the 95 minors and the 99 under-21s. I mean, it's unreal what has happened, and we have to keep it going, and I believe we will keep it going. Start, as I say, the new millennium as we intend to continue, and that means beating Meath next Sunday, because Meath have broken our hearts so often over the years, absolutely broken our hearts. I mean, as Paddy Flanagan put in the Gaelic Gleanings today, they don't eat snakes or chew blocks. They're the same as the rest of us. I grew up beside the hospital in Mullingar, Ollie, and I used to drive my poor mother, Lord of mercy, and her mad as a child, saying, why do the babies that leave that hospital and go to Westmeath, how are they inferior to the babies that go to Meath or Offaly? And they're not inferior. And those adults out there are not inferior. And they're going to prove that on Sunday, for once and for all.
Jerry Buckley, hopefully, I'm confident, will be there celebrating in O'Connor Park on Sunday.
By God, we'll celebrate.
And
Ollie.
we'll have another few words with you afterwards.
By God, we'll celebrate.
Jerry Buckley, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ollie, and God bless.
Another man there that knows the ins and outs of this team, reporter with Midland Topic for many years, some great reports down the years from him. Now he's gone into bigger things, producing his own book every year, the Westmeath Yearbook, and this year, no exception, a great addition out last week, Randall Scally. Randall, I know you're looking forward to next Sunday. This time last year you brought out the book, we were just after winning the All-Ireland. You had to come a little bit earlier this year. But I'm sure it'll make good reading. Much changes from last year's edition, Randall?
Well, the book, basically it takes into, it basically covers the last 10 or 11 months since last May. Last year, as you mentioned there, we had we staggered the book. It came out in May. So the reason for that was we waited to see if the under-21s would win the All-Ireland, and as it worked out, it worked out perfectly. They won it, and we released the book the following week, and it was a great success. So, like this year's book is everything that's happened since then, basically. We've interviews with Desi Dolan. We also Aidan Canning, who contributed a good few articles to the book himself. He gives a kind of a captain's perspective on the All-Ireland success, the under-21 success last year. And then we've all the other clubs, every club in the county, all of the 47 clubs are profiled. Also, we have some features including teams of the Millennium, which seems to have generated a bit of debate among supporters, and that the hurling team is picked. The hurling team of the Millennium is picked by Todd Nugent of Clonkill and Westmeath fame, a member of the 1936 Junior All-Ireland winning team. He's 92 years of age, so he's well qualified to pick his team. Also, the football team is picked by a man called Joe Fox from Rosemount. I think he's 88 years of age, has been watching Westmeath since the 1920s, hasn't missed a game, he's missed no more than a handful of matches down through the year. So he's a die-hard Westmeath football fan. I don't think there's a longer-serving Westmeath football fan in the county, but they're just some of the features that are in it. Plus, I suppose, apart from the under-21 success last year, the other highlights would have been the under-16 footballers who basically won all around them. Father Manning Cup, Jerry O'Reilly tournament, and the Leinster tournament. The vocational schools won the All-Ireland B title. We've a good splash on them. And the minor hurlers, sure, they had an outstanding year. Ran Kilkenny to 2 points in the Leinster semi-final. Followed up then, won the All-Ireland B championship in a canter, really. So they'll be as I said, with the exception of the under-21 success last year, those three would be the big things in Westmeath last year. I'm quietly confident about Sunday. As you probably know, I work in Meath, so there's a lot of banter going on up there at the moment in the workplace. But the view from Meath seems to be they don't rate this team very highly. They certainly think they're very determined, dogged. They have all the attributes Meath teams tend to have, but they don't have any outstanding individuals, with maybe the exception of Nigel Crawford. The other names, they certainly don't trickle off the tongue or whatever, but I think we have better individuals. I know Luke Dempsey would say we click as a team, but I think our individuals could be the difference at the end of the day, and they certainly haven't got a Desi Dolan. They certainly haven't got a player of that calibre. They have a couple of good corner forwards, Ronan Fitzsimons and Ronan Brady, and the full forward Gordon Codd. But the view in Meath is those players, you can't rely on them. They blow hot and cold. Fitzsimons he gave an exhibition against Laois, but they're not 100% confident of him producing a similar performance on Sunday. So I think overall, we're a better balanced team, and we have the one or two class players that Meath don't have. I think that should swing it for us. Another factor, I don't think Westmeath, this particular bunch of Westmeath players, hold any fears of Meath, unlike previous Westmeath teams. You know, this Meath hoodoo that Jerry has talked about, I definitely think it's going to be buried on Sunday. It'll be very close, you know. But I think our experience, you know, we'd six of these lads played in the All-Ireland final last year. Like, it's a huge advantage to have. And we were just talking here the other day about Meath. How many of their players has actually played in front of a crowd that's, you know, of the size that's going to be there on Sunday? You know, obviously Nigel Crawford has played in the All-Ireland senior final, but you know, going into Tullamore next Sunday, there's going to be about 10,000 Westmeath supporters there. Meath, I know that the All-Ireland Colleges final also on the agenda on Sunday. There's going to be some of them going to that. There's going to be others going to Tullamore, but I'd say we'll outnumber them by 10-1 at least. And it's going to be very intimidating for Meath. They're up against the All-Ireland champions. It's not just Westmeath, it's the All-Ireland champions, you know. And this passionate, partisan support we have, and you know, all the indications are it's going to be Westmeath's day. You know, you can't write Meath off, but I just have a good feeling. This is going to be our day. You know, I think it's about time we bury the hoodoo, and you know, we'll never get a better chance because you're definitely a better team. You know.
Well, look at Randall. We'll leave it at that, and hopefully your words come through on Sunday, and if we do bury them, and bury them well, as Jerry Buckley says. But once again, Jerry, Randall Scally, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And of course, Jerry Buckley, and not to forget about Jerry. Jerry has a book edition coming out very shortly too, and wish him the best of luck with his publication, and look forward to reading the articles on it as well. So once again, Terry, thanks very much. Randall Scally there and Jerry Buckley.
Thanks, Ali.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Right.
Well, just recovering from his hard workout in Gainestown earlier this evening, or late last night, manager of the Gribble Arms, John Cochran, who are sponsors of Westmeath football, as we all know. But this man must be trying to impress Luke Dempsey and his backroom team, the way he was giving a display of football out there in Gainestown at the indoor arena last night. Anyway, I think he's gone a bit over the limit for under 21, so maybe the senior team might be his next best bet, and we won't say too much about the senior team for the moment. John Cochran. John, Leinster final time next Sunday again, Westmeath versus the Royal. Little we think early on in the year it would happen again after last year.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, Ollie. I think it's fantastic how the fellas have got to another Leinster final, and it wouldn't be a fantastic achievement if we can put it back-to-back Leinster under-21s. It'd be a marvellous achievement.
Well, we took on the mighty of Kerry last year. It's the Royal of Meath this year. The hoodoo team for Westmeath. Can we push it over them?
Well, I think, you know, if you go back, if one person can do it, I think Luke Dempsey has it. These teams, Westmeath don't show the respect that we would have in years gone by. And we went to Kerry, or to Limerick last year, and we showed Kerry very little respect, and we showed them how to play the football. Laois was another team who are afraid of us now. Now we take on Meath, and it's only another stepping stone, I think, on the way. So it is.
Well, the display against Wicklow and Wexford, they really lifted the hearts of Westmeath supporters. And I'm sure lifted the heart is John Cochran and our sponsor, the Greville Arms, give them some value for their money.
From Greville Arms' point of view, it's fantastic to be associated with the GEA and with Westmeath GEA. We'd like to be involved with it, so we are. And they've given us back an awful lot over the last few years. And of course, it's great to be involved in another Leinster final, so it is. But what the players done, I think, any Westmeath person who's in Newbridge, and to be able to sit through the second half of a game, not to have to worry, where we're going to win it by a point, 2 points, we can actually sit back and smile and enjoy the second half of the game.
Do you think, sorry John, do you think that that big win or the win on that particular day will have any bearing on Sunday's game and give them overconfident or anything like that?
Absolutely not, I don't think so. I think people coming out of the game, somebody was saying that, I wouldn't worry about that at all. I think it's a great boost for the lads to go out and actually win a game by that scoreline. And Luke has got the opportunity to put in a few new forwards in, different lads, give them a game. That can only be helpful towards next Sunday.
Well, you've seen the campaign all during last year, John. How do you compare this team with last year's team?
I think the same thing again, they've matured with every game as they've gone along. The same thing, Dempsey trademark, I suppose, of tightening down forward lines completely. And I think that's going to be very important on Sunday. The Meath 2 corner forwards looked exceptionally good. And he will have to tighten them down because they can score 20, 30 yards out, stick it over the bar. And that's going to be very important on Sunday.
Well, I know you're one of the supporters that hung on there and watched Meath play Laois that Sunday. What's your views on the Meath team, looking at them for the hour that you did see them play?
I think I wouldn't be too worried about the Meath team, but obviously Meath is always very good, and Meath have this thing if the game is never over till the final whistle. But I think they have a good full back, good centre half back. Crawford didn't play that well last week, 2 weeks ago, but someone said he was excellent for Meath last Sunday. So whether he was carrying an injury 2 weeks ago or not, I don't know. If he's back good in midfield, we'll have to close up that area a lot, I think. But I think we have the forwards. They have 2 very good corner forwards, as I said, and they're going to feed the ball in early to the 2 corner forwards. But if we can close them down, I'm confident enough.
Well, John, one last question. Your own performance now, do you think you'll make the grade at this stage?
I think I'll just run along the sideline and stick to that.
Well, look, hopefully Luke or the backroom team won't see this video before Sunday, so I don't think you'll have any worries. What can we say on behalf of all the supporters of Westmeath and the GA County Board, only to thank yourself and Christy May for your great support to Westmeath football over the last number of years, and hopefully it'll be good value for money after Sunday again.
Thank you very much, Ollie.
Manager of Greville Arms Hotel, John Corcoran. Thank you, John, and good luck on Sunday.
Thanks, Ollie.
Well, as the final preparations are well underway here in Ballynagore tonight, just 2 days away from Leinster final time, we have a gentleman in front of us, needs no introduction, selector Sean Heaven. Sean, we didn't speak to you after Wexford match. We had other things to be doing after that game, as you know. You've recovered since then. The mighty Royal on Sunday. First of all, the lads, they're all in tip-top shape.
All in very good form now. Derek Heaven had a troublesome with his ankle, but he's back training tonight, back training on Wednesday night. He's flying. Gary Connaughton is still playing a bit of soccer, but will be available for us, and have a very good deputy in Pádraig Levy. All the rest of the players are very, very well. Actually, Johnny Dowdle had to spend a few days in hospital, and he's back with us tonight, so wish him the best of luck in his recovery.
Well, we know on Sunday it's the mighty men from Meath. Last year was the mighty men from the Kingdom. This year it's the Royal. Does it worry you in any way, Sean?
I would be concerned. Meath are never easy beaten. We played them 4 years ago in the Leinster final. We were probably a little bit overawed on that occasion to get into the Leinster final, and maybe treated Meath with maybe too much respect. There's still only a group of club players like any other county. It would be a fantastic achievement to beat both Meath and Dublin, the kingpins of Gaelic football in Ireland, both within a 12-month period at under 21 level. It would be a fantastic achievement.
Well, preparations for this final, Sean, looking at the lads there for the last couple of weeks preparing, nearly no difference than last year. The same programme.
The preparations is very same. Everybody is keen. Everybody wants to be on the team. Everybody is the subs giving great support to all the players. We didn't change our routine. We've been here in Ballynagore every evening since Christmas, I think, and I hope we'll continue to be here for the next month.
Well, Sean, Ollie Keaton is getting very restless there. I'd see you were doing a job with him there, so we'll let you get back to the work. And what can we say? Only the good luck for Sunday, and hopefully this time next week we'll be here having the tea and scones again.
I hope so indeed.
Sean Heaven, thank you very much, Sean.
Thank you.
Well, we have introduced you to him before, earlier on in the campaign. Needs no introduction, nearly. The great Athlone player, Ollie Keating. Ollie, this time last year you were just a spectator like everyone else at the Leinster final. This year you're in the thick of it. What does it feel like, Ollie?
Well, completely different experience. It's been a great year, been involved with Luke, Paddy, Sean and Joe and the rest of the lads. A very enjoyable year, and hopefully after Sunday a very successful year. It's going to be a huge game for everybody on Sunday, and I suppose the fact that Meath are in the final adds to the occasion again. The Westmeath rivalry down through the years. It's always been close, and I'd say Sunday will be no different.
Well, I know you were in Newbridge the last day. You've seen Meath play, so you have a fair indication what they're going to throw at Westmeath on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a different semi-final to our own game. Laois, of course, probably would have been the pre-match favourites, but Meath gave a really typical Meath performance that they got stuck in right from the start and never really let Laois get into their stride. A few very good forwards up front to score some great long-range points, and they had a strong physical presence throughout the field, especially up the middle.
Ollie, you've been involved with county level at every age group, involved coaching and training and selector and every part. How do you find this bunch of lads now compared with some of the teams of the past?
Well, it's as you said at the start, last year I was a spectator, and this is my first year involved in, say, a management capacity as a selector, and the commitment and effort shown by the lads has been unbelievable. It's the preparation has matched the preparation of a senior county team, and really they've been very well prepared, but they in turn have made the job easy for the management in that their commitment in training and in the challenge matches that we've played throughout the year has been, we couldn't ask for any more from them, and they've been a great bunch of lads, and I've been delighted to have been involved with them. And there's great talent there in the county, and no matter what happens Sunday or the next few years, I've been delighted to have been involved with them, and the future looks good for football in Westmeath.
Well, look, Ollie, what can we say? Only thank you very much for your great effort you're putting in and your effort down the years as a player as well. And hopefully we'll see in the not too distant future maybe fighting for a Leinster senior championship or maybe an All-Ireland.
Thanks very much.
Ollie Keating, thank you very much,
Okay.
Ollie. Well, what can we say about this man? He was there in 95, he was there in 99, and he's here in the year 2000. We'll never get rid of him. But whilst he's here, we're winning. And I suppose that's one of the reasons he is part of this outfit. Selector Paddy McCormack. Paddy, another great year for Westmeath football, especially the under-21s.
Fantastic, Ollie. It's a wonderful year for them. Everything is going 100% at the minute. And we've got brilliant commitment from everybody, players and selectors and everybody involved.
Well, this year, Paddy, any different than last year, the preparation? You've been in the thick of it here every night, hail, rain and snow.
Well, no, it's still much the same. Like, all the hard work was done, or the physical work was done back in November and December and January, and it's paying its dividends now. Like.
Meath on Sunday, Paddy. We all know the Royal. The Kingdom last year, we took them. What about next Sunday?
Yeah, I'm very confident that we'll do the business. And Kerry was a tough one last year. And it was a huge day for us. It was the biggest ever. Our first All-Ireland final. And at under 21 level. And yes, this is a big one too. This probably could be as big as Kerry was in its own way. Like, I mean, everybody said, well, if you haven't won an All-Ireland, you've beaten Kerry. Well, it seems you haven't won a Leinster. A lot of people are saying you've beaten Meath. But then I've no fear of Meath, nor these boys here have no fear of Meath, not at all.
Well, I was going to ask you the question, what are the feelings from the lads?
The lads are in great form, and they're just mad to get at it, and they have no worries about Meath at all. Like, it's just another game to them, like, and they're mad to get going on Sunday.
Well, Limerick are waiting there to play the winners of next Sunday in the All-Ireland semi-final. Will we be making the journey down south to meet them somewhere, Paddy, after Sunday?
I think we will, Ollie. Yes, I'm confident that this is. These boys are really up for it now at the minute. I've never seen a team in such shape, and Luke has them tip-top, and they're improving with every outing, and it's going along the similar lines to last year at the moment, and I think that, well, we should do the business on Sunday.
Well, Paddy, win, lose or draw, what can we say? You've given our supporters the greatest, I suppose, enjoyment of the last 2 years that any Westmeath team has ever given, and hopefully on Sunday it'll be just a continuation. Once again, Paddy McCormack, selector, thank you very much, and the best of luck on Sunday.
Thank you very much, Ollie.
Well, now we have another bit of the new blood that came in this year. A man, no stranger to the J Fields of Westmeath, trained kindergarten to win a senior football championship just a short few years ago, the great Joe Giles. Joe, we spoke to you earlier on. You weren't settled in at that stage. You're well settled in now. What's the feeling like being part of this outfit?
Oh, it's great, Ollie. The experience has been mighty now, so really looking forward to Sunday. And I know without a doubt that the lads are going to do themselves proud, and really looking forward to it.
Well, I'm sure you're proud of the few lads there from Coulstown Kindergarten who are wearing that maroon jersey at the present time. They're doing their bit for the club.
Yeah, John Crine. John has settled in well now. He did shaky at the start of the year, but he had a lot of injuries in that, but he's really made the centre-back position his own, and we just wish him all the best for Sunday. Same with David and Eamon. When he's come on in the past few games, he's doing very well. So.
Well, Joe, we can't say you're living in Westmeath. You're living in that little county called Meath, just over the border. What's the feeling down there this week?
I think they're, as usual, they're cocky enough, you know. They reckon that it's just a matter of putting the jerseys out against us, but maybe a different story when we take the field on Sunday.
Yourself and John Coyne, you're both there living over the border, we might say. As you say, Meath are confident.
Meath are confident, yeah.
But I'm sure George Giles and the rest of the lads, the backroom team, are thinking differently for Sunday, Joe.
Definitely, yeah. We've no fears in Meath, like, so lads have any fears, there's no point in going to Tullamore, so you see yourselves there, lads are quietly confident, and there's no way that...
Injury worries, Joe. Are they all cleared up since the Wexford match?
Yeah, everyone is. Derek is back out there flying tonight, so hopefully now we'll get ahead for Sunderland.
So hopefully Joe will have another day out.
Yeah, he's got.
Joe Giles, Curlstown Kinnegad, Spectre, the best of luck on Sunday.
Thanks very much, Alex.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Did you lose something, Sean? Did you lose something? Well, now we have two more gentlemen. Men that carry out all the work behind the scenes. Chairman of the football board and secretary of the football board. Dennis Coyne on the left and Tommy Glennon on the right. Dennis, next Sunday, Leinster football final. You're living down there in Kinnegad, next door to the Royal County Meath. What's the feeling down around Kinnegad from across the border?
Well, of course, there's a hell of a lot of interest in it. Being living so close to Meath, we get a lot of slag, and we haven't had too many successes against them down the years, and we're looking forward to Sunday, and hopefully we can turn the tables. We're long overdue one, and I would be a very proud man if we were successful on Sunday.
Well, you've seen the lads performing the first round, the second round, semi-final. Your views on the team so far?
The team are quite good. Compared with last year's team, in some aspects they're better. Their forward play is better than last year. Backs are probably much the same as last year. Midfield, hard workers, but maybe not. We missed the fellas like David Shaughnessy, who was brilliant last year, who certainly carried the day for us in several of the games.
Well, you just mentioned different positions in the field. People are talking that it's a more balanced team all round this year. Would you agree on that one?
I'm sure it probably is. Yeah, it certainly is. We certainly have more scoring power in the forward line. There's no doubt about that. I mean, if you look on the last game, I know it's hard to judge the team on that game against Wexford, but the full forward line between them scored 5 goals and I think it was 9 or 10 points, which is a hell of a strike rate, and all 3 of them contributed greatly to it.
Well, win, lose or draw on Sunday, Dennis, the future in Westmeath football, no matter what anybody says or how we're being critical about our senior team, it has to be on and up, and we have to progress from here on, Dennis.
Certainly. I reckon it'll take 2-3 more years before we really establish ourselves as a strong force at senior level. Hopefully we can continue building on this. There's younger players coming on. Our under-16 team last year were excellent, and in another couple of years we should have a good minor team and maybe more on the 21 success in a few years' time.
Sunday, Dennis, it'll be tight.
Certainly
Can
will.
we swing it by a small margin?
Certainly will be tight. You'll never expect to get any favours from Meath, and the important thing, what I'm sure Luke is saying to the lads here, to fight it out to the very end, because if you go back over the last number of years, the number of games that Meath have won in the last 5 minutes, they're battlers right to the very end, and they'll do the very same on Sunday.
Well, Dennis, as chairman of the county board, what can we say? Only wish you and all your backroom team the best of luck on Sunday, and hopefully we will be taking that cup back to Mullingar on Sunday.
I'd be a proud man if we do.
And to Kinnegad for some night as well.
Sure.
Another man there on your left, a man that carries out a lot of work behind the scenes, secretary of the football board, Tommy Glennon. Tommy, preparations for Sunday must be hectic.
Oh, it is hectic, and lots of because a lot of people looking forward to the game, and a lot of them worrying about getting to the game in good time, because as you know, Connaught Park is not the easiest ground, and with both counties travelling the one route, naturally enough it's going to be chaotic on the roads.
Well, Sunday's game, Tommy, you prepared for Leinster finals last year, All-Ireland finals, All-Ireland Under-21 final last year as well. Preparations for Sunday's game, I'm sure not a bit different than last year.
Not a bit different, but there's something special about this one, Ollie, because we're playing Meath. Our tradition down the years haven't been great, and of course, naturally enough, our record. And by the records, we seemingly haven't, and I could be correct in this, we haven't beaten Meath in any championship at that level. And hopefully on Sunday, and I think it'll be our first time to beat them.
What type of game can you see on Sunday, Tommy?
Well, as you know, Meath football, Ollie, they never give up. They play a very, very tight game. They don't allow players to really show off their skills. That's part of and parcel of Meath football. We hope that our forward line will get enough of scope to really show them the skills. Naturally enough, we don't expect to chalk up a score like 6-17 against them. But I'd say if we got 17 points, certainly we would win the match.
Secretary of the Football Board, Tommy Glennon, what can we say? Only good luck on Sunday.
Thank you very much, Ollie.
Thank you, Tommy. Well, now we have two gentlemen. If the Coins and the Giles live in the borders of Meath, these live in the borders of Longford, and it's nearly as hard to live down there as they have said recently. But the man that's going to have a few good words to say to Westmeath for Sunday next, Harry Farrell. Harry, I know you're looking forward to the game. We won't ask you, you're not on your way down at this stage, but we'll have to be there early on Sunday, Harry.
We'll be there early because they'll be all going into Tullamore, the one with Meath and Westmeath and all.
Well, we had it easy against Wexford, Harry. It won't be as easy next Sunday.
It won't. No, you couldn't expect it. You couldn't expect a Leinster final to be as easy. Not at all.
Well, the Royal County of Meath, Harry, we've seen them at all age levels. Mine are only one in the past.
Seen them at everything.
There's going to be no easy pushover.
No, there'll be no easy pushover. Meath never are easy a pushover. They'll never. But still...
But you've seen Westmeath play now against Wicklow and Wexford. Can they beat Meath on Sunday?
Yeah. They can. They can. Once we come out of Ockram with a draw, I think we'll beat Meath now.
Well, as a supporter of Westmeath, what have you said to the lads on Sunday?
Well, I wish them the best of luck, the very best of luck.
Well, look at Harry, we'll leave it at that.
That's all I can do for them now.
The next time we'll be looking at you, you'll be up there in the stand and roaring your head off. And maybe we'll be collecting that cup immediately after the game.
Get it in.
Well, now we have another great supporter of Westmeath football. A star in his own field with Ballinagore, Jimmy Marshall. Jimmy, you're looking forward to next Sunday's game, I'm sure.
Oh, very much so, Ollie, yeah. It's going to be a great occasion.
You've seen the lads here that have trained in Ballinagore from one end of the year to the other for the last 2 years.
Oh, we've been watching them nearly for the last 2 years on Friday nights and before we train ourselves, and they're very impressive looking, very fit. Luke has them all in good shape, so hopefully we'll be coming back with another Leinster Under-21 Cup on Sunday evening.
Well, I'm sure you have a few words to say to those lads on Sunday.
I say, lads, just go give it your best. Give it everything. You're full of confidence. You have very good footballers on that Under-21 side. The whole of Westmeath will be behind you and come back with the cup Sunday evening and the best of luck to you. And you can, no problem beating Meath.
Jimmy Marshall, Ballinagore, thank you very much.
Thanks, Ollie.
Well, another man that does more than his bit for football in Westmeath. A man that has kept teams together on a number of occasions, kept lads together. Our master, Eamon Byrne. Eamon. Another big occasion for Westmeath football, and I'm sure Eamon Byrne is looking forward to every minute of it next Sunday.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Oh, I'd say we're home and dry again, as usual, as I always said there last year. It's a great side this year. It's even better than last year. They prepared well and they look good. The atmosphere is mighty. You know, last year was good, but this is...
Well, we've seen a few fellas going off and limping off and being stretchered off the last day, Eamon. How are those lads for Sunday?
Oh, they're perfect. They're all flying. They're all flying in all 4 cylinders.
Are we going to be Leinster champions on Sunday evening?
I say so, yeah. Looking forward to the All-Ireland. That's the way I look at it.
So there'll be another couple of pints in Paddy Gallagher's on Sunday night?
Oh, I'd say with the help of God, yeah. That'll be 5 or 6 anyway, at least.
Eamon Byrne, what can we say? Only thank you very much for your great work you've done with Westmeath football and hurling down the years.
Thank you, Ollie.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
Eamon Byrne there. Thank you very much, Eamon. Well, now we have a gentleman who, only for him, every night here after training, a cup of tea with his good wife May, Seamus Ennis. Seamus, I know you're a disappointed man that you don't have a son as part of that team this year. Michael got badly injured last year and is out for the whole campaign this year. But I'm sure you're looking forward to next Sunday's game.
Oh, Jenny, really looking forward to it. Marvellous, marvellous.
We had a word with you going into Newbridge. It won't be as easy on Sunday, but can they do it against Meath?
Oh, I believe so, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to have a great year. We bet Kerry and All Ireland within 12 months we're going to beat Meath in the Leinster final. What more do we want?
Well, you're looking forward to Sunday's game?
Oh, Jenny.
It's going to be a tight one, Seamus.
Yeah, well, traditionally Meath are good championship, hard to beat in the championship, like, you know, but this is a good team.
Well, there's no point in asking how we're going to win this game. I'm sure the only one that knows that is Luke Dempsey. He's a man in his own world.
He has them, he'll have them right in the mind anyway, I'd say. I know them, so, yeah. Yeah. They're a good team. Good team. Good team, very good team.
We'll be back here in the team next week, Seamus.
We will, yeah. I'm not alone that. We're going all the way to All Ireland.
Seamus Ennis, Bangor, thank you very much.
Thanks,
I'm sure on behalf of all the players, thank you for the nice cup of tea after every game. Thank you very much. Well, as things begin to unwind here in Bangor this evening, the final preparations are almost over. We can't go home without having a word with this gentleman here. Manager, trainer, you name it, Luke Dempsey. Luke.
How are you, Ollie?
Another Leinster final against the Royal County of Meath.
Yeah, we couldn't have scripted it any better, Ollie. It's fantastic to be in the Leinster final, and it's even better still to be in it against Meath, the All-Ireland champions at senior level. And I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope the players are and all play up to the standard that they're able to play to, Ollie.
I know you have studied Meath, there's no point in saying you haven't. You've studied them inside out and up and down. It's going to be a hard task on Sunday, Luke, but I'm sure you have worked hard on it, and the lads have as well.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough. Meath against Laois, I thought, were excellent. They had everything worked out. Their full back line was very tight. Their goalie has a great kick out to the midfield that's exceptionally good with Nigel Crawford there. And they have a very fast moving full forward line. They were able to kick points from long distance. So, Ollie, it's a very tough Meath team. Having said that, if it was Laois or if it was Dublin or Kildare, it would be an equally tough Leinster final because that half of the draw was very, very competitive.
Well, looking at Meath, what sort of game do you think they're going to take? What sort of game they're going to throw at Westmeath area on Sunday, Luke?
Yeah, well, the culture of football in Meath is uncompromising, tackling, tough, fast moving of the ball, a simple game. They've always played their game simply with a centre forward that controls a lot of the play, like Trevor Giles does for the seniors, this Ian McManus does for the under-21s. So we're going to have to combat that with our own style of play, which again is a bit similar to that. We like to move the ball in fast as well, Ollie, and defend and attack in numbers. So it's going to make for a very interesting game.
Well, 12 months ago you were preparing for an onslaught from Laois attack, from their half-back lines down, they attack the goal. It won't be that type of a game on Sunday, Luke, will it?
No, Meath against Laois played a very simple, direct type football into this Ronan Fitzsimons. That's a physically big corner forward, and he's very accurate. So, I mean, teams don't change their game plan, Ollie, this close. The games are only a fortnight from each other, so whatever way you played your first round, there's going to be that similar style throughout the campaign, and it's going to boil down to the talent of your players then, and the commitment and their determination to win. And I think that our players are very, very determined, have great guts and determination, and sometimes a match can be won on those qualities, Ollie, when the opposition is very similar.
Will we know who the opposition is in the All-Ireland semi-final, Luke? Will we have another day out?
Well, I sincerely hope that this Sunday's match is going to be as big as you'll get as regards just a big match for Westmeath, and anything after that is a bonus, Ollie, and I sincerely hope so.
Well, it's going to be a bigger task than Laois last Sunday, Luke, I'm sure.
Than Laois last year?
Last year,
yeah.
sorry.
No, every task presents its own. Every task presents its own problems and difficulties, and every year is different, Ollie, as I always say. this time last year it was against a Laois team that were meant to be unbeatable, and this year it's against a Meath team that certainly are beatable. And both finals presented their own, as I said earlier, difficulties, and it's just going to be like any final, Ollie. We will have to hit form on Sunday, have to play way as good as we possibly can, and after that, what more can we ask from the players?
Well, I think, Luke, you've summed it up there in the last few sentences you've said. What can we say on behalf of the supporters, all the followers of Westmeath football? Only wish you, your selectors and your backroom team the best of luck on Sunday.
Thanks very much,
on
Ollie.
Sunday evening we'll be having a chat with you outside the dressing rooms in O'Connor Park.
I sincerely hope so. Thanks very much,
Luke
Ollie.
Dempsey, thank you very much and good luck.
That's great, Ollie.
Now, we'd like to welcome everybody here to Tullamore today. First of all, we'd like to introduce you to our match commentator for today, Johnny Garvin. And Johnny will take us into proceedings here in Tullamore today. So it's over to you, Johnny Garvin.
Báisirí go Park i Connor Tullamore New are in Canis Pelfehe line either na Ferrin Irvi August V. Hello everybody and welcome to O'Connor Park Tullamore today for the Leinster Under-21 football final between the teams of Westmeath and Meath. This is a unique pairing. I suppose O'Connor Park is a ground where Westmeath have had some of their greatest victories in the past. They've also had what you might call maybe disasters at the hands of Meath. So Westmeath, I think, have never beaten Meath in Tullamore in a provincial decider, minor or under 21. I may be wrong, but as far as I can remember, it happened. And they say in Westmeath, to win a Leinster title, you have to beat Meath in the way. Well, today is the day for the maroon and white. The men in green and gold are quietly confident. We've seen Nigel Crawford in action in the semi-final against Laois, and he was well backed up by a very strong down-the-middle Meath team. Westmeath, whereas they have the prolific scoring Desi Dolan, they rely more on teamwork these days than maybe individual skills. So Hopefully we'll have a good game of football. Hopefully the elements will be a little more favourable than they are now. And we wish the best of luck to both teams, and may the best team win on the day.
Thank you. We have that gentleman of many words from Castlepollard, Radio 3 commentator Ned Flynn. Ned, a big day, blustery sort of a day. How do you think it's going to affect the game?
I don't know. It won't help the game from either side, obviously. It'll be very slippery, very difficult to control a greasy ball. The danger is that a game can be won or lost by a mistake by a defender, a greasy ball slip in. Hopefully it won't happen to us. It's very hard to legislate for it. You know, like it's very hard to legislate for that kind of conditions. Having said that, we'd have to play on the same pitch under the same conditions. And I don't think that this thing about, I heard people saying during the week, if it's wet, it'll suit me, if it's not, it'll suit us. I don't think that necessarily follows. I think that whoever plays the better on the day is going to win the game. Final, as Luke Dempsey said during the week, every team must play well, every player must play well, and the team must work as a unit. Now, if that happens, I think Westmeath will win. The problem I would have, and I hope it's only a problem of my own, is this thing that we beat Wexford so convincingly. We will have to do exactly the same again today to beat Meath, and more.
Ned Flynn, hopefully your words come through.
I hope so.
And we'll be having a word with you here in about an hour and a half time.
I'll be around.
Ned Flynn, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, now we have another gentleman, and I'm sure a lot of things rest on his shoulder here today. The future of Westmeath football very much rests on his shoulder here today. Our county board chairman, Seamus O'Fairland. Seamus, a big day for Westmeath football.
It's smashing. We've a super record in under 21. We've 4 Leinster finals in the last 7 years or so. And we are reigning All-Ireland champions. Plus we have a very tough test ahead. Meath traditionally are strong. I can see them in that game, but they're strong and physical, and they have an undying desire to win, never give up. I'm quietly confident that we'll win. We have a very good team. They've prepared exceptionally well. The semi-final victory against Wexford is over and done with, forgot about. It's a new ball game. Conditions are not the best. Slippy ball, you know, bit of luck can play a part in this game. I certainly hope it will be on our side. We have a very good forward line. The lads are very keen. We couldn't have asked more of them in preparation. They certainly have done the business. Luke and his backup team have got the best of cooperation for them. So here's hoping that this evening that we'll all be in the best humour and celebrating that.
Well, we just mentioned to the football board chairman, Dennis Kine, on Friday night at training, Seamus. Football in Westmeath, we need. I'm saying a good display today will count a lot.
Well, it would be lovely to beat Meath. I really look forward to beating Meath, and that doesn't happen. We've done it in the past. We have done it in league matches in the past, and we've done it in other competitions in the past. To do it now in the Leinster final under 21, particularly after the disappointment the last time we played them. But our team are mature. I mean, last year against Kerry are the ultimate name in getting football. They didn't freeze in that day. They played their normal, natural game. And we'll do the same today. And if Meath are to beat us, they'll have to be better than us to win the match.
Well, hopefully, Seamus, we'll see a repeat in 1999, and we'll be celebrating here in about an hour and a half time.
Well, I'd be very, very happy. Sun will be shining, as I always say, if that's the case.
Seamus, good luck today.
Thanks very much, Ollie.
Seamus O'Fairland. Thank you, Seamus. Well, now we have
You're getting me again.
a man of the moment, former Leinster Council Chairman Albert Fallon. Albert, big day for Westmeath and Meath, of course.
It's a huge day for young footballers, particularly under 21 players, and it's a pity that the weather has changed so dramatically over the last couple of days. It'll be an interesting final. Westmeath, I'd say, should be slight favourites with the way they played against Wexford, but I think in fairness Wexford probably threw in the towel after about 10 minutes. Meath, I must say I was very impressed with Meath. I think it'll be a very tight game. Conditions probably suit Meath's style of play, but it'll be an interesting game, and I think there will be very little in the end, and I hope Westmeath in this stage. I think that the experience of last year will tell greatly to them. Desi Dolan's a fine footballer, so it'll be interesting all round.
Albert Fallon, thank you very
much.
Thanks, Albert. Well, the only bit of me we could get here since we came is Chairman of the Minor Board, Jim Cooney. Jim, we've been watching in and out of the dressing rooms there with the Meath boys early on. How are things in the camp?
Sure. Everyone is raring to go, hoping for a good game, and let the best team win.
Well, a good game and the best team win. Who's going with the best team?
Well, I'd be hoping for Meath. I can't say, I couldn't say Westmeath, but I'd love to say it, but if it was any other teams that were playing bar Meath, I'd have to say Westmeath, but on today...
You wouldn't mind seeing your neighbours winning at the same time?
Not at all, not at all. She was delighted to see them win at All Ireland last year.
Well, look,
wasn't it very good?
That's good enough words, Annie. We'll let you off the hook. So.
Thanks very much, Ali.
And you wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we will have a good game.
Yeah, it's a pity but the rain and a bit of wind. And
a bit of sunshine coming out now. So.
Hopefully it's out again 3:30. And
right, Jim. We'll let you
everyone will be playing
finish the business there. And
thanks very much, Ali. Talk to you again.
Thank you. And now we have a great supporter of Meath, a man with the name of
No, I'm not Meath. No, I'm not Meath. No, Offaly. I'm Offaly.
God almighty. I thought you heard.
God, no. No, Offaly.
You're here to watch the game today.
Yeah, because
how do you think it's going to go, Jimmy?
Well, I'd like to see Westmeath win, but it'll be hard. Meath's hard beaten. They're good. Meath is good, yeah.
They're key players today.
Yeah.
Do you know they're...
Well, they'll be young team. What's his name? I forget his name.
The centre field man.
McManus, he's good. Oh, yeah, they're very good.
So it's going to be a tight one?
Yeah, it'll be a hard game. It'll be a tough game. It suits me. You know, the rain, like. Yeah, you know, it suits me, like. But I'd like to see Westmeath, man, but it'll be hard. You know, Meath's a good team.
Well, look, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Thanks very much for your
you're quite welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you,
Luke? After the last minute warm-up, Luke Deadley. Luke, how are things in the camp?
Great, Ollie. It's a wet sort of a day. The ball's going to be very greasy and slippy. Lads are all in good form. I hope that they go out, Ollie, and achieve what they thoroughly deserve for the preparations that they put in. They're a great group of lads. They're very, very keyed up for this match. And I hope everything goes according to plan.
Luke, we'll leave it at that.
Thanks very much, Ollie.
On behalf of everyone, good luck.
Thanks,
Luke. Thank you, dear. Thanks, Luke.
Well, the scene is now set for this Leinster Under-21 football final in a few moments' time. Meath are already on the field. Westmeath have yet to make their appearance, and I see the referee and his linesmen coming out. So without further ado, we'll give you the line-outs. First of all, the Meath team. In goals, David Gallagher, St. Peter's Dunboyne. Full back line, Colm Travers, St. Ultans, Stephen Smith, Minolty, and Niall McCaig, Navan O'Mahony's. The half-back lines, Ronan Kelly, St. Columkills, David Callahan, Dunderry, and Seamus Kenny, Simonstown Gales. Centre of the field, Nigel Crawford, St. Peter's Dunboyne, and Niall O'Reilly, who captains the side from Summerhill. The half-forward line, Barry Lynch, Kilmainham, Ian McManus, Curraha, and Dennis Keeley, Dunshaughlin. And the full forward line, Ronan Brady, Simonstown Gales, Gordon Codd, Cortown, and Ronan Fitzsimons Trim. And now the Westmeath line out. Westmeath hosts yet to make their appearance. In goals, Gary Connaughton, Tuberclare. Full back line, Michael Burke, Mullingar Shamrocks, John Keane, Rosemount, and Barry Murphy, Terrace Pass. Half backs, David Gilmartin, Curlstown, Kinnegad, John Coyne, Curlstown, Kinnegad, and Shawnee Donoghue, Gary Castle. Centre to field, Kevin Burke, Milltown Past, and John Brennan, Kilbeggan Shamrocks. The half forward line, Fergal Wilson, Tubber Clare, Gordon Duffy, Castle Daly, and Richie Brown, Maryland. And the full forward line, John Paul Casey, Castle Daly, Derek Heaven, Castle Daly, and Desi Dolan, who captains the side from Gary Castle. A great crowd in O'Connor Park, Tullamore. We have Des in the commentary box with us, and we'll be getting his pre-match thoughts in a few moments. The referee, Michael Monaghan. Des is a top-class inter-county referee himself, so Des will be able to keep us fully informed on everything that's going on. Michael from Kildare, and he refereed the Westmeath-Wexford game. So could we have a few words from Des now?
Well, this is going to be a very interesting game. Thankfully, the weather has cleared up, and it's looking very good for football. There's a slight breeze blowing down the field from right to left. As you can hear with the noise, Westmeath around the field. Tremendous support. They're outnumbered Midway at least 10-1. A situation now where we're going for a double, back-to-back Leinster titles. We've now been achieved by a Westmeath team. So we're looking forward to a very interesting game. I think if we can hold midfield, it's a very vital position on any team. And if we can hold that and give enough supply into the forwards, we have the power inside. Our attack is a very, very, very important force, and hopefully we can get enough supply of ball into them. And if we do, I think we can win this game. I'll hand you back to Johnny.
Well, there's just before the game, Westmeath are playing more of a unit this year than we'll say individual stars.
Yeah, well, I would say we're playing a 15-man game, which is great to see, really, you know. And from the keeper, it's coming right up the field, really. You know, they're very important all over you know, a great-looking team now, around paper. 15 fine players, so hopefully, really, you know, that they can do it today, Johnny.
Yeah, and what were your impressions on Meath, Des?
Well, as you know, any Meath team are hard to beat. We were playing them yesterday in another 15 match to beat us by a point the last kick of the game. Hopefully this doesn't happen today, and our minors were beaten yesterday, so hopefully it's not 3 times lucky. We will hope to win this one anyway. But Meath, at any time, they're a very, very difficult team to beat. They've this sort of put on the Meath jersey and they go to a brick wall, like, you know, to win a ball. But I think Westmeath now have got over that hoodoo, like, you know, afraid of Meath. And that's no longer this young team of Westmeath. They don't fear anybody, I don't think. After beating Kerry in All-Ireland last year, they're well capable of taking on any team in the country, I think.
Well, thanks, Des, for your remarks, and we'll be back to you as the game progresses. Well, refereeing his linesmen moving around. As of yet, Michael Monaghan has made no effort to call the teams into position. But we're just looking down the Meath line out. David Gallagher, Stephen Smith, David Callahan, Nigel Crawford, Niall O'Reilly, Ian McManus and Gordon Codd. It's a very strong down the middle of the park. The Westmeath team are having their photographs taken now. Team and substitute full panel, and now they're pairing away for another pre-match kick around. Some of the substitutes putting back on tops on them. The sun shining in O'Connor Park. Mind you, we had a very, what would you say, dramatic start to the proceedings when the gates were pushed in because there was no one on the gates, and a shower of rain came and people had to get shelter somewhere. However, peace has been restored. Well, there was no peace, but everything was put back in order. And there's a fine crowd in O'Connor Park here today. The hill now is filling up quite well. The stand is full. So there's a great atmosphere here in Cusack Park, or in O'Connor Park. It might well be Cusack Park with the cheer that greeted the Westmeath team when they came out. We'll take a break, but we'll be back in time for the game.
Are there? There's no real advantage if you're the win, is there?
No, that's the ring. See the flag though.
Well, now we're almost ready. The preliminaries are out of the way. Michael Monaghan just jogging around to warm himself up. It's quite a cold day, despite him here. And there's Nigel Crawford kicking the ball round just before the Meath men go into their customary huddle, which they do now. And Michael standing in the middle of the field. Westmeath team on the other end of the field. Westmeath have quite a good record in games here in Tullamore, except when they play Meath, of course. But hopefully, from a Westmeath point of view, that ghost will be laid to rest today. However, may the best team win on the day, and we wish both sides the best of luck. So now there's all breaking away from position. Westmeath team moving down, and I think they're playing from right to left as we look at them. So they'll have the aid of the stiffish breeze in the first half. Meadman has a final kick at the goals before he moves into his position. We look at them now. Ronan Brady with the number 13, Gordon Codd 14 and Ronan Fitzsimons 15. Agus Anish are on the Veen. And suddenly O'Connor Park has become a cauldron of noise as Michael Monaghan gets ready to throw in the ball, and hopefully that noise will last for the full 60 minutes. We're looking for a good game here between two very well matched teams. In the past, Meath have come to O'Connor Park and beaten Westmeath. Sometimes Westmeath were fancied and Meath maybe have low-key affair. This year they're very confident of their under 21 squad. The whistle, the throw in, and the game is on. The ball is knocked down on the Meath side. And it's the big man in the middle of the field, Niall O'Reilly, the captain. He's fouled, hits the pick quickly himself. In it goes. Into his number 15, Ronan Fitzsimons. Ronan is fouled. It's a free in for Meath on the 45-metre line. Ronan will take the free kick himself. So we'll just see how strong the breeze is now. He thought about taking it out of his hand. Now he changes his off the ground. He is taking it off the ground. He places it just on the 45-metre line. So Westmeath have to face early pressure. Back they go. Ronan Fitzsimons coming. Tom Farrell is causing a bit of an obstruction in the crowd down there. Here comes the kick from Ronan. A great ball into the breeze. High it goes. Out comes Gary Connaughton. Grabs the ball. The ball is knocked out of his hand. And there's a bow. It's gone out. Pick of the ground. Well, Westmeath were very lucky. Gordon Codd picked that ball off the ground. Here comes the kick from Gary. A tremendous kick down the field. Great ball. Inside it goes. Out comes David Callahan clearing the ball down. Well taken by the Westmeath number 7, Shawnee Donohoe. Back to Kevin Burke. Good ball in. Out comes the Meath man. Knocked the ball down. Picked up there by the Westmeath number 10, Fergal Wilson. And he's unceremoniously brought to the ground, and they're booking for the Meath man. The early stages of the game on the 45-metre line. Fergal went for the ball. Hefty tackle. Yellow card flashed in the first minute of the game. It's the man with the number 4 on his back, Niall McCaig from Navan O'Mahony's. And Fergal seems to be in a bit of trouble down there. Kevin Burke moving in, Desi Dolan out to take the free kick. It's on the 45-metre line, but Fergal is moving a bit now, seems to be okay. We'll just have to see how much he was shaken up. Des?
Yeah, that was a very hefty challenge on Wilson. And Niall McCaig was duly booked for it, right, really, you know. But thankfully, Fergal's getting up now. Very way over the top, that challenge.
So, while the referee is happy enough now, and the Westmeath mentors are moving back out. And here comes the kick from Desi, outside the 45-metre line. As he looks in at the goals, takes his time, little shimmy. Up he comes and kicks the ball high. It's curling out to this one side, is it? Out over the end line and out wide. Well, the first wide for Westmeath. The ball coming back. And David Gallagher about to take the kick out, taking his time from the edge of the small parallelogram. Ball is placed for the kick. And back goes David. And incidentally, we understand there's a Mr. Shields listening to the game on Radio 3 today via the telephone, as here comes the kick. It's a great ball out to the 6-5 line, up the cover, punched down by John Brennan. On the far side of the field, it breaks to the number 7, Seamus Kenny. Seamus is on the ground, he gets up with the ball, gets out 2, 3 or 4 Westmeath players. He loses the ball, down goes John Brennan. The ball is picked up and is kicked back in by the Westmeath number 5 into Desi. Ball goes astray, but Gordon Duffy picks it up. Back it comes to Richie. Richie gives it to Gordon Duffy. Gordon gives the ball back out. Here comes Desi's ball, a good ball to Shawnee Donohoe. A left for a kick, but the ball curls high and curls out over the end line and curls wide. Good play there by the Westmeath players. Finish David Gilmartin started it, but the move when the ball came to Shawnee Donohoe, and Shawnee's kick was a little bit too angled and it went wide. We also have Tom Farrell with us here today, and we'll be having words from Tom throughout the course of the game. As back goes David Gallagher to take the kick out. Here he comes with it now. Down the centre it comes. Toward the 65-metre line again. Back they go for. Taken by Kevin Burke. Not held by Kevin, but he knocks it back to John Brennan. A left foot kick to the side of the field. Taken by John Paul Casey. Inside his marker. Gives it into Desi. Desi dodges his man. Heads toward the goals now. A little bit of running off. But a bad kick from a bad finish by Des on that occasion. And the ball goes out over the end line and out wide. 3 wides for Westmeath. Desi moving back to his position. John Paul acknowledging the good movement. John Paul moving back now. Takes up his man as back goes David Gallagher. This young man has a great belt of the ball. He's driving 65 metres against the breeze, and it's a stiffish breeze. Here he comes now with the kick. Up it comes and he drives it down the centre again. Looking for Crawford, and there's a big man out there. But great fielding out there by David Gilmartin. David is fouled. Gets to the ground. Number noted, and the ball goes back to John Brennan. John left footed. This side of the field. It's a diagonal kick. Taken by Desi. Inside goes John Paul. But Desi shoots himself. This one looks wide. It's gone wide again. Des Maguire.
Yeah, that was unfair. That's 3 wides for Desi, but we won't mind that there's probably 5 minutes gone now in the first half. There was about 2 minutes stoppages, but Westmeath have settled in very well. We're winning all the ball at midfield at the moment anyway, and they're getting all the breaks, so hopefully this can continue.
Right. No score as of yet. 5 minutes gone in the game. Here comes the kick from David. That's another booming one down the centre. Up they go again. Up goes Crawford. Takes it down one-handed. Knocks it down to his number 12, to Dennis Keeley. Dennis puts the ball through. Well taken by Kevin Burke. Good ball out by Kevin to Gordon Duffy. Gordon is held up, but he gives it back to John Coyne. John uses the Richie. Richie is going through. Richie gives the ball back. Gordon gets the ball into his hand at the second attempt. Drops it and then fists it back. John Brennan, but he fists it along the ground. It's a free for Meath. So Meath have survived the bombardment. Ball is picked up and is kicked in by Ian McManus. Ian slipped, but it goes to Ronan Brady. Ronan is fouled. Referee said was hit as he went down on the ball, so it's a free in for Meath on the 45-metre line. Up comes Ian McManus to take the kick. Well, he looks round him as he's changing his mind. He's changing his mind. He's leaving it for Nigel Crawford. Or is it centre half back? Yes, centre half back David Callahan is coming up. David taking his time, placing the ball for the kick. Back he goes. This will be a good long run. Looking in towards the goals. Here comes the kick now. It's on its way. Curling out. Kept in play, is it? It's kept in play, and it's Ronan Fitzsimons. His kick is half blocked down. Knocked out by the Westmeath fullback John Keane. Picked up by Shawnee Donohoe. Shawnee coming now. Still coming with the ball. Fired it out to John Brennan. John loses the ball and it's back with Ronan Brady. Ronan's kick is half blocked down. Heads towards the sideline. Race on out there. Ronan Fitzsimons goes to it, but Westmeath both goes to it, but the Westmeath man was fouled. It's a free for Westmeath.
Yeah.
And
the line ball, yeah, for Westmeath. Or it's not, actually, it's a free down for a tackle on the Westmeath man going out to try to stop the ball, and he was pushed onto it.
So there's a top-class referee himself, and we have a next referee here with us, Tom Farrell. Tom, a few words from you.
We're getting hard to settle down at the moment. We probably have to miss 2, which we normally score. But I suppose the tension is great, but hopefully we'll settle down now and get a score, and we'll play we're playing very good football, except for finishing.
Well, the referee is in having a quiet word with 2 players, one from each side. Here comes the kick. It's towards Mickey Burke. Mickey has it now. Mind you, he was made to work over. It goes to Kevin Burke. Kevin putting the ball inside, but the back there is David Callahan. David goes to ground, gets the ball out, gives it out to his number 9, out to Niall O'Reilly. The ball is back with David. A low kick, well picked there by John Coyne. Sean gives the ball to John Paul. High ball towards the far side of the field, but it's gone by everyone except goalkeeper David Gallagher. Out he comes. David passes the ball out to his number 2, Colm Travers. Colm coming with it, driving the ball down the field, right-footed. High ball, in over the top, backs and forwards going for it. The Meath men have it, but it's over the line. Line ball for Westmeath. Back it goes to Kevin Burke, but Kevin has taken the line ball, right-footed, drilling it in towards John Paul again. This time the ball is knocked down by the full-back. The full-back is Stephen Smith. Back it comes now, and it's cleared down the field. Cut out by Shawnee, not held. Kevin Burke loses his footing, but gets recovered and gives it back to John Keane. John lofting the ball this side of the field. He's looking for John Paul. John Paul has the ball. John Paul coming with it now. John Paul still coming. Good hand pass across to Derek Haven. Red ball across the far side of the field towards Richie Brown. Richie going down and gets the ball into his hand. Gives it back out to Fergal Wilson. Fergal is kept near the sideline. Fergal is fouled. It's a free in for Westmeath. Well, the sun has disappeared from O'Connor Park, and there's another very nasty looking cloud. It's quite dismal looking down there on the pitch now at the moment. Free in for Westmeath. Michael Monaghan indicating he's ready for it now, as all players move in. Here comes Fergal, left-footed high from Fergal, and there's the first score of the game. Point by Fergal Wilson. Well,
nice point, Jed. Just 10 minutes gone. We needed that score to settle the team down. We've done a lot of attacking, but nothing for it, so it's very important to get that particular point.
So Fergal Wilson opens the scoring for Westmeath. There's people beginning to run, which is an indication that the rain is on its way. David Gallagher places the ball for the kick out. Back he goes to the 20-metre line. Taking a good deliberate walk back too. Can't be accused of delaying tactics, but he's getting the minimum out of it. Here comes the kick from him now. Down the centre it goes again. Up they go. Breaks there. Who gets it? No one gets it. Ball breaks out of Westmeath. Player hand to it. It's a free for Meath. And here comes the free kick now. Very quickly. Driven in by Nigel Crawford. Looking for Ronan Fitzsimons left in space. Ronan tips the ball in his toe. Trying to turn inside. Back he comes. And an angle from him. A right foot kick. But there's the first wide for Meath. But Ronan Fitzsimons is dangerous, and he's a man that can't be left alone. Gary Connaughton placing the ball on the edge of the small parallelogram for the kick out. There's a Westmeath fan down there with a black and amber top and a maroon and white headgear, and he seems vaguely familiar. Here comes the kick down the middle towards the opposing 65-metre line. Knocked down. Meath coming again. Dennis Keeley dropping the ball into the corner. Danger ball here now. It's Gordon Codd. A high ball from Gordon. The ball is curling high, and it's curling over the bar from Gordon Codd. And this typical Meath, they soak up a lot of punishment and give very little away, and then they get half a chance and they punish you. But Gary Connaughton places the ball on the 20-metre line for the kick out. Back he goes to take the kick. He's going back now and he's driving it. Oh, there's a great kick. Inside the opposing 2 Westmeath players go for the Meath man, gets it. But that's Kevin Burke controls it. Back it goes to John Coyne, but there's a foul on a Westmeath player. And the ball is kicked in by Shawnee Donohoe. Desi is in space. Desi has the ball, tips it on his toe. Calling for a Shawnee Donohoe, but Desi tips it again. Elects to go alone. Fits it inside. Good ball to Derek. Derek is cutting through. Derek goes to ground. Loses the ball. Picked up by a Meath man. He's coming with the ball now. Gets it out. It's to Rob. He's robbed, however. Westmeath are still moving. There's a lot of shouting to sit down. The ball is back with John Brennan. And he drives it right across the goals. Up they go for it. Knocked in by Desi. Out comes the goalkeeper. Picks up the ball. Or not Desi, but Fergal Wilson. Clearing the ball out the field. Back waiting for it is David Gilmartin. David is tackled, but he gets the ball across to John Paul. John Paul gives the ball to Kevin Burke. Kevin trying to get inside. He's surrounded by Meath player. He takes too much out of the ball. Free out for Meath. Kevin leaves the ball down. Oh, it was Yes, Kevin Burke. Kevin goes back to his position, and David Gallagher will take the free kick. Kevin will take the kick. The ball is placed, and
I noticed there actually that when Westmeath man got the ball, there was 3 and 4 Meath ran on him straight away. He got free for charging with the ball actually. That's what he got that free out there for.
So free for charging, and here comes the kick. It's a great one. Very near the sideline, Kevin play by the Meath man, punched down the field, but he gains a few more metres, but the ball still goes out over the sideline. And going back to take the kick now is John Brennan. John has the ball in his hand. A lot of running round. Here comes the kick from John now. Left-footed, down along the line also. Press into Desi. Desi tries to dodge inside his man. Fires it back out. Oh, the man he gave it, misses it. That was Fergal. Fergal has it, knocked it out of his hand. And coming with it now is David Callahan. Right-footed. But it goes as far as Kevin Burke. Left-footed and up into the air it goes. Race on here. John Paul gives a hand to it, but he's beaten on the run to it. He has 6 to his gun. He's fouled at the free in for Westmeath. Free for Westmeath. And Desi is coming across to take the free kick. Not the easiest of angles. Well, Meath are never inclined to foul in front of the goals. They'll always make things life a little bit difficult for you. It's very near the sideline. Des is standing on the sideline. Ball is handed to him by the linesman. As here he comes now. Kicks the ball across. Dropping it in. Up they go for it. Oh, well fielded there by Nigel Crawford. Down the field he comes. A great ball out to his number 10, Barry Lynch. Barry is half raw, but it breaks to Dennis Keeley. Down the middle it goes. A race on here. Coming for the ball now is Barry Murphy. Barry Murphy kicks it to Gordon Duffy. Gordon Duffy tries to go inside his man, gets inside him, gives it to Richie. Richie Brown putting the ball towards Derek Heaven, picking it up, heading in towards the goals now. Swung round, but the ball comes back to Richie. Bad ball from Richie, however, a loose kick, and the ball goes out over the end line and out wide.
Well, that was another wide. A great clearance there from the back store. Great interception there and straight on the field. I like the way they didn't step out and made number 8 way. That time was Nigel Crawford. It was great to see. Good old shoulder to shoulder. Might be a little bit in the front, but Meath wouldn't pull out of it either.
So there's good movement all through. In a bit of trouble is Fergal Wilson, and I think it's Eamon Fleming. I see warming up. Is it? Eamon has gone back in. So there's a bit of concern for Fergal. He was injured early on.
He was, yeah. That was a very rough challenge, all right, after 1 minute, and he's still suffering effects from it. I think he's sort of concussed. He's looking very like it.
So it would.
I know he's going to soldier on, all right. It looks like.
Fergal is coming back to his place, and Eamon zips up the tracksuit top again. Goes back to face the element from the sideline.
Yeah.
And there's a Meath player receiving attention now in this end of the field. Well, Tom, what's your impressions of the game?
As I said earlier on, we're playing well out the field, but our finishing is very poor at the moment. I'd say it's a bit of nerves. Now, there could be a cross to it, even though we seem to the wind blowing down to the town end, but it seems to be we're getting very hard to score. And if we could score, that's it, we'd be well on our way there.
So the ball is on its way out again, up they go in the middle of the field, knocked down, and it's Gordon Duffy with the ball. Gordon fires it out to Shawnee Donohoe. Loses control of it momentarily, but it gets it into his hand at a second attempt. Turns around, gives it back to Richie Brown. Richie is making himself available for every moment today. Gordon is cutting through, Gordon Duffy gives it back out to Shawnee Donohoe. Shawnee fires in a high one, too far ahead of everyone. Out goes Fergal Wilson, does his best to keep it in play, but he goes out over the sideline, over the end line. It's a kick out again.
There's another Meath player down here on the right-hand side. I think Meath had the opportunity to trying to slow down the game. They're looking back at the Westmeath game where Westmeath liked the ball flowing much quicker, and Meath now are trying to slow down the game to suit their pattern of play.
So it's a game of fits and starts here, as Tess has pointed out, and the Meath player receiving attention. And the rain begins to come down on the stand now, and hopefully it's not one of these days, but the ball seems to go every direction except between the posts. However, it's still early stages yet, and if Westmeath could get a point or two on the board, it would do their confidence a power of good.
I'll have to say though, there was torrential rain here in Tullamore this morning, and the pitch now doesn't. It looks in great condition from here, but I guarantee when you're walking on it's very slippy, and it's very hard to keep your feet firmly on that pitch. Like looking from up here in the stand now, the pitch looks in immaculate condition, but as I said now, down there it's not the same.
Well, the ball is on his way out. Eamon Fleming is warming up again. Up they go for there's two Westmeath men getting one of their ways. And out comes full back Stephen Smith. Thank you very much. Well challenged by John Brennan. And there's two Westmeath players around him. And this referee is a no-nonsense referee. If he thinks you're holding onto the ball too long or charging or anything, he'll blow. But there was a great challenge there by John Brennan. Stopped Stephen in his tracks, and Nigel Crawford has gone back. Fergal Wilson is outside the 45-metre line. And here comes Fergal. Normally deadly accurate. Where's this ball going? It's going over the bar from Fergal.
A great point from Fergal Wilson. That's 2 points now from Fergal, really. A very important man in this team as well. They're talking about the inside forward line, but Fergal Wilson is a very important man in this team also.
So Fergal now putting his name firmly on the score sheet, and both from play and place balls, he's deadly on his day, and he's had near a bad game at all this year. And that rattle at the start of the game would have taken a lesser man out of it. But here comes the kick from David Gallagher. Down the centre goes again, up the goal, punched down by Kevin Burke. It's picked up by David Gilmartin, back to John Brennan. John now fires it across back to David once again. David evades the tackle, gives it to Kevin on the far side of the field. Kevin has been challenged by Ronan Fitzsimons. Goes to ground, picks it up at a second attempt. He still comes back to Westmeath man, David Gilmartin. Here comes Fergal Wilson on the move. Right footed kick in. Two Meath men in there. One Westmeath man. Nigel Crawford is acting as a fourth full back. The ball breaks down the side of the field. Race on. Good challenge here. Ball breaks down on the Meath side. Gordon Duffy in a little bit rashly. It's a free for Meath. Ball back to the referee, Michael Bonaghan. And taking the free kick is not Ronan Kelly.
Meath are actually using Nigel Crawford as an extra defender at the moment because they're playing into this breeze and they're pulling him back.
So Meath they're sacrificing the centre of the field just to bolster their defence. There's a dangerous ball in. It breaks down to the man with the number 10 on his back, but it's picked up by a Westmeath back and cleared. Not very far, however, but it breaks down. Out it comes. Gordon Duffy has it, lifting the siege. Gives the ball to Richie Brown. The Westmeath forwards are back in numbers. Put it on. In it goes, but there's no one in there. Oh, the ball is missed by Nigel Crawford. Challenged by Desi Dolan. Gets across past the field. Good interception by Fergal Wilson. And Westmeath on the move. Fergal is cutting through. Still going. And a left-footed kick from Fergal. And the ball is high. It's over the bar. And that was great Westmeath play.
Great score. Just what the team needed. That's a great lift. A tremendous score, that. And that's Fergal's third point. That was a brilliant break. Meath coming up the field and attacking. The attack broke down in the 70-metre line. And Westmeath punished them for that.
Well, that was tremendous football from Westmeath, right from the back line out. But we had said there was two Westmeath forwards in that back line too. Here comes the kick from David Gallagher. The crowd are getting behind. There's a tremendous kick. Knocked down again, but it's picked up by Niall O'Reilly. His kick is blocked down. Down goes Kevin Burke. Kevin is penalised. The ball goes back. And Niall O'Reilly or Nigel Crawford will take
that was for a foot block, actually. That's
foot block, the ball goes through. A foot block Des, and Des has refereed at the highest. There comes the ball out. A race on here. It's bad picked up by David Gilmartin. David to John Brennan. John left-footed, way down the field. Not well placed, however. And it's cleared down the field once again by Nigel Crawford. It's heading towards the sideline, however. Badly placed ball by Nigel, and the ball is over this line. It's a line ball for Westmeath. Des.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, there again, that was Nigel Crawford playing in defence again, right? Kind of picking up any balls it's going to. They're playing the extra defenders, the sacrifice in midfield.
Here comes Derek Heaven, puts the ball in. Fergal Wilson's beaten on the run, but it comes back towards Meath man, touches the ball on the ground. It's a free in for Westmeath. Well, I think the young man gave himself away that time. He looked at the referee and
he touched the ball on the ground. He lost possession, then he fell over and he touched it on the ground.
So it's a free in for Westmeath. Here comes the free now. Left-footed, driven in. Gordon Duffy. Oh, does Gordon pick it off the ground? He does. Well, that's Gordon's third offence of that nature in the game. And a little bit over anxious. The ball back, and David Gallagher coming to take the kick out. In goes John Paul Casey. Now he's been taken up. Stephen Smith is marshalling John Paul today. And Stephen, who received an injury during the week, but thank God he's able to play and out there. And doing his county proud as the ball comes down the field and up to go. Knocked down again by Kevin Burke, but this time his Meadman picks it up. He's fouled, drives the ball down. Ian McManus takes the kick, a left-footed kick. A great ball in across the top. After is Ronan Brady. Ronan still goes for the ball. It's very near the end line. He gives it play. Turning round. Gives the ball way back out the field. Mead are in numbers there now. Down goes the man with the number 10. He's back. That's Barry Lynch. It's back out. There's a great challenge by Barry Murphy. It's a line ball for Mead.
Great clearance by Barry Murphy. Westmeath are not taking any prisoners here today either. Like they're challenging for every ball.
So it's a rip-roaring game of football thus far. And long may it continue. Here comes the line ball for Mead. Off low trajectory in. Going for his David Gilmartin. David goes to ground and the ball is very near the sideline, but Mead keep it in play. A high ball back towards the centre. Backs and forwards going for. Up goes Kevin Burke. Knocks it out. But it's heading towards the sideline again. It's another line ball for Mead. Westmeath talking about a little bit of Mead pressure now. Barry Lynch is the man with it. Ronan Fitzsimons makes himself available, but Barry decides to take it himself. In it goes. Dangerous ball. Out comes Gary Connaughton. The ball hops off the... Oh dear, Gary. Well, off the crossbar. Here comes Richie Brown. John Brennan slows down. Tips it on his toe. And then a booming ball to the far side of the field. There are two Mead men there. The ball is knocked down. Picked up by Derek Haven. Derek is going this route. Still goes. There's three Mead men. All the Westmeath on the far side. Derek still going. The ball is back out the field. Out to John Paul. A high ball from John Paul. Over the bar from John Paul. Well, Westmeath made full advantage of that.
A great score now, John Paul Case. A tremendous score. We needed that one as well, actually, because Mead were very early up the other end of the pitch. A sudden rush of blood to the head from Gary Connaughton there. Came off his line and got away there. Could have been in the back of the net, very handy. But thankfully come up the field. John Brennan made a great break up the wing that time. You could credit that point to John Brennan also.
Well, tremendous football by the big Kilbeccan man. Putting the ball in. Derek Heaven with an old head and young shoulders. Held the ball until he got support, and when he got support, made full use of it. Out comes the ball again. Up they go. Kevin Burke knocks the ball down, but Mead are beginning to pick up the brakes a little more now than they were of this. It's with Dennis Keeley. Dennis firing the ball through. Mickey Burkus. Ball inside. Here's danger now. Out comes Gary Connaughton. A great save by Gary. Picked up there. And Westmeath are coming, but it's a free out for Westmeath. The ball is with John Brennan. Fired out. While Gary's certainly made up for his... Here comes Kevin Burke down the centre. Still coming. Punting the ball through. Looking for Desi. Desi has the ball now. Desi coming through with the ball. Still going. Desi goes to ground. He gets up. Fires it across. It's with John Coyne. John gives the ball across. Fired in by Shawnee Donohoe, but the ball is out over the end line and wide. Des.
Yeah, brilliant save by Coyne. He redeemed himself. I was telling you, he had a sudden rush of blood to the head earlier on, but that was one mighty save there. Tremendous save out of the top drawer. That was very important. We were let off there for us.
Well, two little bits of slips in the Westmeath backs. Hopefully there's not many more, but one... The crossbar saved us, and the other one brilliant by Gary Connaughton. Gary who will make his international debut with Ireland under-21 soccer team in a few weeks' time. The ball is out in the middle of the field. It's with the number 5 for Mead. That's Ronan Kelly, far side of the field. The ball breaking down the middle now. Here comes not Gordon Hobb, but Ronan Brady. Ronan punting the ball through. Danger here again. Third time. And the ball is fired high this time and fired over the bar by Barry Lynch.
No, it's a 45.
Sorry,
actually.
a 45, my mistake. Well, it's still not over the bar.
Gary Coyne again actually made a one-handed save there. He was going to lob it over the bar, and Gary got his hand to it.
Another great save by Gary, and the ball is gone out for a 45. Down comes...
Not alone is Gary saving goals now. He's even saving the points.
David Callahan to take the 45. Be danger here now. But 3 times in the last 5 minutes, the Westmeath defence have been caught a little bit flat-footed. There's a great ball. High and over the bar. On the 45, Mead staying in touch.
Yeah, Mead's tactics all right is to defend, believe it or not, and they're living off bits and pieces up in the forward line, and they're getting a fair bit of possession from them bits and pieces. Their intent is hunting packs in the back line, and they're stifling our full forward line. So hopefully we can, coming up to the break, Luke can do something about it. There's actually 27.5 minutes gone now at the moment.
So 3.5 minutes to half time. Up they go, a punch on by David Burke onto John Brennan. David took John. Good ball knocked out there, but well read by the young man, by Colin Travers. kick coming down the field now, backs him forward after. David Gilmartin wins the race, gets the ball, shakes off his man, fires it out to Richie. Richie thought about a quick pass and then changed his mind. Knocked off the ball, however. Sticks to his guns, gets it up into his hand again. Fires it back again to David Gilmartin. David, direct ball in, there's no one in there. What it is, well, it's knocked down, but it's Meath coming with it. Cronin Kelly is robbed, and away comes Desi. Tips the ball on his toe, fires it across to Richie. Richie fires it back to Desi. Tips it on his toe again. Across the far side of the field, trying to prize it open. It's Shawnee Donohoe over there. Shawnee is trying to set John Paul away. It's very near the sideline. But Shawnee just didn't get his angle right, and it's a line ball for Meath. And back goes their number 7, Seamus Kenny, to take the line ball.
I think they're asking a bit much of JP to get that ball ready. You know?
So JP had no hope with that ball. It was just the angle was got wrong, and it's now Seamus Kenny to try and put Meath back in the offensive, which he does. Well, it's out to the 40 line up to go for knocked down again. Meath are coming strongly, pushing it out the field. Good ball near the sideline. It's a Westmeath line ball. Well, Westmeath would feel maybe a little healthier if they had a few more scores on the board, but however, Meath's one wide and 145 to 2 points. That ball is inside, it's knocked down. It's with John Paul again. John Paul is away now. Gives it back out. Here it comes across towards Gordon Duffy. Gordon has it now. Gordon tipping it on his toe. Fires it in to Derek Heaven. Derek operating out the field a bit. Back out it goes to Kevin Burke. Launching a high one. Dangerous ball in. Carrying too far over the heads of backs and forwards. Well, Westmeath have got 8 wides and 4 points. To their credit, while Meath have the 2 points and the 1 wide and the 145. The ball is being placed for the kick out by David Gallagher, and he's in no great hurry. We're now moving into time added on. Almost time added on. Well, there's 10 seconds of actual playing time in the first half left, and then whatever referee Michael Monaghan decides to add on, and David Gallagher will kill that 10 seconds anyway. Back he goes to take the kick. So now Meath would be feeling the more confident of the two sides, I would say, at this point in time. They've soaked up a lot of pressure. They've only conceded 4 points. Up they go. The ball is knocked down. Gordon Duffy goes to the ground, gets the ball. Referee decides to throw the ball up. Back goes the ball to Michael. Michael picks up the ball. John Brennan and Nigel Crawford standing in. Up they go first. John has the ball. Fired it out to his midfield partner, to Kevin Burke. Kevin goes on the solo run inside the 45-metre line. Fired it back to Derek Heaven. Derek out the far side to Desi. The ball is knocked away from Desi. Gets it at a second attempt. Fires it across the field. Fouls the ball.
He's pulling Desi, or picking it off the ground. So he slipped there as he going for it, and he touched it on the ground.
Desi touched the ball on the ground. It's a free for Meath, and in it goes from Nigel. Out comes the full forward Gordon Codd. Fired it to the sideline. Misdirected pass. Line ball for Westmeath. Taken quickly across, it comes to Kevin Burke. Kevin now. Kevin's kick is blocked down. And now comes Niall O'Reilly. Get dangerous ball in here now, but it's picked up by David Gilmartin. It's knocked off his hand. It's picked up by Barry Lynch, setting a man free. It's running for Simons. The ball is knocked away from him. He gets it a second attempt. Turning round, trying to get round his man, tipping on his toe. Being challenged, being held up there by David Gilmartin all the time. Back out it comes. It's now with Dennis Keeley. And look at the goal. The left footed kick blocked down by David Gilmartin. Half cleared by Barry Murphy, but now fully cleared. Picked up by Gordon Duffy. Gordon has been held up. Gets away from his man. Loses the ball. But he's been helped by Derek Heaven. Very near the sideline. Out over the sideline. It's a line ball for Meath. And Barry Lynch will take the line kick. Back goes.
Meath's tactics at the moment is spoiled. Like it's spoiled.
Meath are just spoiling now, and maybe when they will have to open it up in the second half, assuming they don't get a late goal here. Good challenge out there by Shawnee Donohoe. Line ball for Westmeath. Referee has a quick look at his watch. It's all half time. The teams lead the field. Westmeath leading 4 points to 2. Right, Des.
Yeah, he played 2 minutes injury time, all right, which that was for in the first minute when Fergal went down injured. Meath's tactics in this game actually is spoiled, and they're hunting in packs and they're defending in numbers. They're bringing 7, 8 and 9 people behind the ball inside their own 45-metre line, and it's leading to a very, very scrappy game, really. You know, Westmeath's always game is open on top, really. You know, I think we'll have to get new tactics going in the second half and try to play the wings a bit more and spread it out.
Yes. Tom.
Yeah, we're doing okay. So we could be another 2 points at least up. Our half forward seems to be getting bogged down because Meath are pulling everything back behind the fence. We should be playing more of the wings and trying to open up and create better scoring chances. We seem to lose the ball when we get to the half-forward line. They hold on to it, or they're giving too many passes where we should be playing direct. And hopefully in the second half we'll open up the game more and keep attacking. But I still think we're there to win.
Well, we'll take a break, but we'll be back with the second half. Meath 4 points, Meath 2 points. So we're in for an intriguing second half. The elements would slightly favour Meath in this half, but however, the scores have put the board in, goes the ball, and the second half is on, and straight away it's Meath that breaks away with it. Picked up there and fired back. Here comes the ball down the field by David Callahan, a dangerous ball in. 2 or 3 players still going for it. The Tullamore pitch is cutting up quite a bit. It's picked up there by Barry Murphy. Barry gives the ball out to John Coyne, missed by John. He gets his boot to it, but he doesn't keep it in play. It's a line ball for Meath. And a little bit of slackness in the Westmeath defence on that occasion as the ball goes in. We have Des Maguire here with us, who is our match analyst, and we also have comments from Tom Farrell. As here comes then Ian McManus. There's a good looking ball high across over the bar from Ian. Their first score of the second half, a point for Meath, and now there's just 1 point the difference. Almost from the throw in, you could say. A little bit of slackness and the ball goes over the bar.
I came from a little bit careless out of the fence there, like a punch ball, when I think a bigger clearance would have been more up there. But we got her up from there.
Here comes Gary's kick toward the midfield. You have to go for a knockdown on the Meath side again. Heads centre half forward, Ian McManus once again. Getting up, firing the ball back to Nigel Crawford. A left-footed diagonal kick this side. Well, knocks down the middle there. Coming with it is John Keane, pulling his way out to John Coyne. John firing the ball towards Gordon Duffy. Will the ball beat Jordan? Gordon has the ball in his hand, very near the sideline. Play on, says Cartridge Buckley. He's going inside now. Still going. He's running with a little bit of a cul-de-sac, but he gets it back to Fergal Wilson. A left-footed kick through. A little bit too far through. The ball is on his way out. Richie fires the ball across. The ball is fired in high, and the ball is over the bar. John Paul Casey. That's great play by Westmeath.
Yeah, that was a nice flick from Richard Brown to JP Casey. A nice point there.
So now
Meath fumbled in defence, so we needed that point badly. That was a good reply.
So a good reply. There are 2 points. Scores were hard to come by in the first half. The second half is starting off a little different. Here comes David's kick. Oh, it's a great one. It's beyond the midfield area. Up the goal for all, well held out there by David Gilmartin. Fires it to John Brennan. Across it goes to Richie. Westmeath player slips at the wrong time. Desi flicks it inside. A great ball by Desi to Derek Haven. Derek taking on the defence. Finds around his man. Still coming. Derek still coming. Still coming. Looking for someone to pass the ball to. Loses it. Has it back himself. Fires it out. Gives it out to Gordon Duffy. Gordon trying to get around his man. Taking too much out of the ball, Gordon. And he takes too much out of the ball. It's a free out for Meath. Well, Gordon took a little bit too much out of that ball.
Gordon Duffy was bottled up there very much so. There was 8 Meath people behind the ball there in that situation. 4-1, you could say.
So in a 4-1 situation, you have no chance. And out comes David Gallagher, and this one will be dropping around the Westmeath 65-metre line if one is to judge by the last kick he gave. Here comes the ball now. It's on outside the 20-metre line. It's on its way. It's dropping in almost. Up they go for knockdown on the Meath side. Picked up by Nigel Crawford. Nigel goes to ground. It's a free in for Meath, and there's a Westmeath number being noted. And, well, Des.
Yeah, Kevin Burke clipped him on the heel there. That's a definite free in, all right.
Nigel will take the free kick himself. 2 points the difference. He's inside the 65-metre line. Here comes the kick now. The ball is on its way. It's screwing in the air. Will he keep in play? Punch down, out over the end line and out wide. And Meath record their second wide of the game. The first one in the second half. So now, here comes the kick from Gary. Up it goes and it's dropping on this. Oh, great feeling by Nigel Crawford. Straight back in again. Now comes Mickey Burke, knocks the ball away from Meath opponent, and Westmeath boot gets to it, puts it further out. But it's picked up out there by Ian McManus. Ian moving in again. He's beginning to get a bit menacing. A dangerous ball through. Knocked down by Barry Murphy, or by John, by David Gilmartin, and taken out by David. Well, David did play full back. Here comes Kevin Burke. A right footed kick this time. Down the field it comes. For Desi, he has it in front of him and puts the ball through. Gives it in to John Paul. A right footed kick from John Paul. The ball is over the bar. And suddenly,
great score by JP Casey. Desi Dolan come out to meet the ball there on a 45 metre line, and it's great vision. Saw Casey run into space and brilliant score.
There's a substitute in on the Meath team.
That was a very good score, very well taken score, set up by Desi Dolan with a good pass to JP Casey. I think that the game against Wexford did JP the world of good, and he's on form for scoring, and he's doing very well for us.
So number 19, Christopher Reynolds, is on the Meath team. The ball is placed. And here comes the kick from David. Up they go again. Well fielded out there by Niall O'Reilly. A right foot, a punt down. Danger here. Mickey Burke cuts the ball out, grabs it into his hand, gets out of it. Been bottled up. Knocked off the ball. Here comes Meath on the counter. Ian McManus. A high left-footed, dangerous ball in. Ball dropping in, and Gary Connaughton takes the ball and gives it out quickly to David Kilmartin. David moving with the ball now, still moving with the ball. Richie Brown has it. Fires it down the field to David Burke. To Derek Heaven. Derek moving with the ball. Cutting in field, loses the ball. Challenged, a little bit casual there. It's back with Ronan Burke. Driving the ball this side of the field. It's taken by Christopher Reynolds. Picked up by Christopher and driven into the centre. Backs and forwards moving in now. Danger here. Taken down by the Westmeath man, but has knocked away from him. But out comes Shawnee Donohoe. Gives it to Kevin Burke. Kevin's kick is blocked down. A Westmeath boot goes in and gets the ball off another bit. Here comes John Brennan. John is fouled. It's a free for Westmeath, and there's a Westmeath player down. Play going on, but the referee will hold it up. Kevin Burke is on the ground. And
Catch Buckley is keeping his hands down. Catch says he didn't see anything.
So Kevin Burke. So Kevin is holding his shoulder. I think he had problems with his shoulder earlier in the year. He's getting to his feet anyway. Seems to be okay.
I don't want to tell Kevin. Kevin likes it tough and hard. And
no doubt he's come to your attention on occasion too, Dad.
Well, you could say that, all right. Yeah, great-hearted player, though.
Great-hearted player, no doubt. Gives everything. And Kevin moves back to his position, and Gary Connaughton will take the free kick. He's very far out from his goals. He'll want to make it matter. Down the centre it goes. Ducked down, and who has it? Well, it's a Meath man coming with it. It's Niall O'Reilly, and the ball is knocked in by another Meath man, punched out by a Westmeath player. To Kevin once again. Kevin moving with the ball now. Kevin going with the ball. 2 Meath men round, 3 Meath men round him. He fires it back, and out comes John. Well, a bit of messing there by Westmeath, but Michael Burke was put in terrible, and Michael was very well. He was put in terrible difficulties by his teammates on that occasion. Back it goes to Kevin, and a high right footed kick from Kevin. It's heading towards the sideline. Out they come. Oh, I'll take him by the Meath, number 7. Gives the ball back to his number 3. Down the field from Stephen Smith. There's 2 players prone in the middle of the field. Ronan Fitzsimons has the ball. Ronan kicks the ball in high. Dangerous ball. A free in for Meath. Bit of holding there by John Coyne.
I think he should have blown the whistle a bit sooner there. The ball was a stalemate in midfield, and he should have blown it in. There's 2 players down injured, one from Meath, one from Westmeath. I think it was a little bit slow now in that situation. The players must come first.
And Des is quite right, players come first, and the referee was, because he's seen them earlier. They've been there for quite a while, and however, maybe he thought to sort themselves out when they didn't. He waited until there was a foul committed. Most referees don't. But Mickey Burke was one, and Mickey done a great work there, because he was put in a terrible position by some of his teammates. A little bit being over casual, but Mickey done very well. And now Ronan Fitzsimons to narrow the gap. 9 minutes and 8 seconds in the half. And Westmeath now trying to build on their lead, but this is a little bit of an upset for them now, because Ronan is fairly accurate. However, the pitch isn't in the best of condition, and you can never tell. Here comes the kick from Ronan. Oh, Ronan has it curled it beautifully. High and over the bar from Ronan. So now there's 2 points of difference once again. This is a very tight game. Gary Connaughton taking his time, placing the ball for the kick out. Back he goes. Another substitute on the Meath team. Man with the number 21 on his back is in. Alan Fox from Wolf Tones is on the field. Here comes the kick from Gary. Tries to place it, but there's 2 Meath men waiting for it. The ball is punched inside. Danger here, but the Westmeath and it's chipped up by Ronan Brady. He's knocked off it, however, and out comes Barry. Barry gets his boot to it, but loses his footing in the process. Back comes the ball on the Meath side. It's back with a man with the number 7 on his back. A high kick. It's a good-looking ball. Where will it end up? Out over the end line.
A lucky break there for Westmeath. Seamus Kenny went for his point, which was entirely due. He's in a good position. The wind would be more or less behind him in that particular area. So we were let off there.
Well, Gary tried to place that kick out, and as it so happened, there was 2 Meath men waiting for it, where it came. And Gary...
The Meath player taken off there was the half forward was Barry Lynch.
Barry Lynch has gone, so here comes the ball up to go in the middle of the field again. The ball is knocked down. That's Richie Brown with it. Richie gives it out to Fergal Wilson. Fergal getting away from his man. Time being, but he has to face 2 more. He goes to ground, gives the ball back to Kevin. Kevin now burting his way through, goes to ground. Up he gets the ball back out. Fergal Wilson. Fergal still going. Fergal takes too much out of the ball. Well, the Westmeath fans are booing, but here goes the free. Meath are not complaining. In goes the ball. Knocked down on the Meath side, or a Meath man inside. Ronan Simons decides to go it alone. Still going. Well played by John Keane, however. The ball is dropping in round the goal area. Out comes Gary Connaughton. Knocks the ball down, doesn't hold it. Goes to ground. The ball is blocked down there by a Westmeath defender. Put across. It's a free out for Westmeath. Free for Westmeath.
Free out to Westmeath. For Meath fella handle the ball on the ground.
Well, Westmeath lived a little bit dangerously that time, and referee is going in to have a check at a Westmeath player. Seems to be okay, however. So Gary Connaughton will take the kick off the ground. Back he goes. Take the kick. Takes his time. Ups down the field, and here he comes with the kick now. Drives it on its way. Towards Kevin Burke. Kevin is robbed. The ball goes to McManus, but a Westmeath boot shoots it down the field. Out comes David Callahan, putting it back in again. Taken by John Coyne very quickly to Kevin Burke. Kevin coming with the ball now. Kevin still coming with the ball. Trying to get round his man. He's fouled. Free for Westmeath on the Meath 65-metre line. Cross goes John Brennan. Richie Brown was coming across also. John gives the ball to Richie now. And Richie putting the ball in low, but not a good one. Here comes Meath with it. Ball clear down the field. Straight down to Kevin Burke. Driving it back in. First timing it in. Desi has it. Desi rounding his man. John Paul, a great save by the goalie. The ball is cleared. Well, John Paul had a great chance, but the goalie brought a magnificent save. Now will Meath capitalise on it, as Westmeath having the first half. Is a good ball down the field. Kevin is in the middle of the field on his own again, coming with the ball, and then right-footed. He's looking for John Paul down there, but he's heading towards the sideline. Well, we've had thrills, spills and excitement. That was a tremendous save by David Gallagher.
Yeah, great save is right. We thought we could have got a goal there. The first time ball, I think we should be letting it into the forward line. We're carrying a little bit much. Meath is still relinquishing midfield for the sake of defending.
So here comes the line ball. It's a dangerous one. Dropping well out there. Westmeath man has it. Kevin coming with it again. Kevin is fouled. Just in his own half of the field. Leaves it to his midfield partner, John Brennan, to take the free kick. And then a Meath man says something, and the ball is up now on the 65-metre line. John drives the ball this side of the field. Who is he looking for? He's looking for JP again. JP is running the socks off himself at the same goal. Gives the ball back to Gordon Duffy, to his Castledaly teammate, clubmate. Back out to JP again. JP turning round. Right-footed punt through. Looking for Desi. Finds Desi. Desi tries to round his man. Tips it on his toe. Tips it on his toe again. Then he puts it across the middle to John Paul. Right-footed. High and wide from John Paul. And that's Westmeath first wide in the second half. And Cardiff Buckley is in. And pointing to the referee. And the book is out.
Seamus Kenny for me.
Seamus Kenny is the man.
Yeah, he did. He hit Desi off the ball there, and the linesman saw it. And if he puts him in for what he done, he's had to send him off. I think it's a straight red.
So, yellow card for Seamus Kenny. And Desi still receiving attention. Well, it might be the spur Westmeath need to see someone like Desi Dolan, a sportsman out and out, to receive a blow like that. And the best way to answer anything like that is on the scoreboard. Now, the ball is placed for the kick. Here comes the kick from David Gallagher. Down the middle, it comes again. Well knocked down there, but it's Meath who have it. Meath man pulls to the ground. Nigel Crawford thinking about taking a quick free kick. Taking his time. Up he comes now and puts the ball into the space. There's a race on here. Ronan Fitzsimons goes for it. Very near the end line. Very near the sideline. Keeps the ball in play. Still coming with it. Trying to turn his man. John Keane sticks with him. Ronan's turned round. Puts the ball across. A dangerous ball, but it's out over the end line. It's out wide.
Very good defending there from Westmeath.
So Westmeath defended very well on that occasion and still holding on, retaining their 2-point half-time advantage. Gary Connaughton places the ball for the kick out.
John Kane shoved him very much into the corner there, and he just wasn't letting him get inside him. Done a great job.
Here comes the kick from Gary. High toward the middle of the field again. Up they go for it. Knocked down on the Westmeath side. Picked up by Fergal. Fergal gives it to John Brennan. Left foot from John. First timing it in. The ball breaks inside everyone. John Paul charges after it. Back there goes the number 4 for me. That's Niall McCaig. Picks up and a left-footed clearance out the field. A good ball too. Finds a man in space. Down goes the Meath man on the ball. Picks it up and gives it back to David Callahan. Dangerous ball in. Well taken by Shawnee Donohoe. Shawnee gives it out to John Coyne. John loses the ball. John had a tendency to take on his man maybe a bit too much. It's now. It's now with Stephen O'Reilly. Or with Niall O'Reilly going through. Free in for Meath. And that was dangerous. Well, John was caught in position that time, John Coyne.
Yeah, well, he was. He pulled him by the jersey, all right, but it was a case that the ball being blocked down in midfield. In actual fact, he should have been free into Westmeath. Westmeath's man, his arm was pulled back, was trying to pass the ball, and he lost possession, and that's why Meath are in the attack and getting this free. Just simple things like that, really, you know, that the referee doesn't say. It's on blind side of him there, and now we were being punished. And by a point, looking very much like it is. This guy doesn't miss too much.
So Ronan Fitzsimons taking great care with the ball. Placing it now for the kick. Back he goes. He takes his time. Looks in towards the goals. Here comes the kick from Ronan. It's high, it's over the bar. And we all know what Ronan done to Laois a fortnight ago. So now the Westmeath player warming up on the sideline. Eamon Fleming warming up. And here comes the kick from Gary. To the far side of the field. Out off a Meath hand, it's a Westmeath ball. David Gilmartin to take the line ball. 1 point of difference. David kicks the ball in. Towards Desi. Desi knocks the ball down, doesn't hold it. Held up there, and Desi's getting a fair bit of abuse, most of which has been unpunished by the referee. Out comes the ball to Ronan Brady. Ronan now coming to left footed kick, direct football from Meath now, danger here. Taken down again by John Kane, a good ball out. Gives it to Colin Brady. Colin Murphy puts his man in terrible trouble. And it's a line ball taken very quickly. Barry Murphy was caught in terrible trouble that time. This looks like the equaliser. It's the equaliser by Ian McManus.
That came from the short game out of Fenster as well, like, you know, here on this side of the field, which is just very, very soft, and it doesn't need for a short passing game in this particular side of the field.
Well, Barry was caught with a short pass, and now Meath have grinded their way back into this game. There goes Gary's kick. Up they go for it. Knocked down again, and it's coming with the ball this time is Seamus Kenny. Out is Ian McManus once again. A left-footed kick, a dangerous ball in. But the Meath man fumbles it, it's put out the field. After it, Shawnee Donohoe. Shawnee picks up the ball. But it's a free out for Westmeath, and the advantage taken away from them really there. Des?
Yeah, it was a Meath fella touched the ball on the ground, and as in the Gaelic games, people know that there's no such thing as advantage.
Here comes the kick down the field. Up they go for it. Gordon Duffy is beaten David Callahan. Ball back down the middle again. Here comes Meath on the move. It's Ronan Fitzsimons again. And around his man, rounding his man. Still coming. A high ball from Ronan. Ball is wide.
We could have been punished severely there, really. That was a wide.
And in comes Eamon Fleming.
Coming on, yeah. I'd say it's for Gordon. It looks for like Gordon Duffy's gone off.
Gordon is gone, yes. Well, Tom Farrell.
Yeah, the next score is going to be crucial for whoever gets it. I think that could be the winning score for whoever gets it first. We seem to drop our heads for a few minutes there. Like, our backs are playing the short passing game, which we're not used to. Should be getting the ball and kicking it direct, because anything can happen on a wet day.
Comes the ball in the middle of the field again. Now it's taken by John Brennan magnificently. Turning around, firing the ball back. This side of the field. Not a well-directed ball. Will it go out? It's gone out. No, it's not gone out yet. But it's with the full-back, Stephen Smith. Putting the ball across. Good challenge by John Brennan, but he gets the ball back to Seamus Kenny. Seamus fires the ball back. Possession football, Stephen Smith putting it in. Danger here now. 2 or 3 Westmeath men, and it's Ronan Brady with the ball. Firing it out to Dennis Keeley. A left-footed kick. But again, it goes to the wrong side of the post.
Another wide, could have been punished there.
Well, Dennis Keeley should have done better with that ball because he had a free kick at goals, but however, Westmeath, 9 minutes left in this game. Gary Connaughton placing the ball for the kick. Back he goes. Westmeath fans trying to rally their troops. Here comes the ball. Up they go in the middle of the field again. A push in the back there by John Brennan. Gets away with it. Here comes Westmeath now. The ball is in low, but the Meath man is out first to it again. Well, John Paul is bound to be getting tired at some stage. Here's a good ball in. Ronan Brady knocks it on. Danger here. Barry Murphy running behind Christopher Reynolds. Here comes the ball. Seamus Kenny putting the ball into space. Taken down by Shawnee Donohoe. Good feeling by Shawnee. Gives the ball back. Barry Murphy again. Well, Westmeath are continuing now. The ball is out long. Good ball. To Derek Heaven. Still going. Derek still going. He's no one, and now he has now. Richie Brown is out there. Richie takes the ball into the heart of the Meath defence. Down he goes. Well, it looks like a... Well, it's back with Derek Heaven. Derek still going. Derek is on the ground. He's been held up and full round. Hops the ball. Gives it back out. Oh, John Paul leaves it behind him. Out the field. Con 2 Meath men on the... Meath on the overlap now. John Brennan goes to meet a man. Drops the ball and picks it up. Plays on. He's knocked down. And he fouls the ball. Free for Westmeath. A lucky break for Westmeath. Well, John Brennan slowed down. John Paul Casey was calling for the ball, but John slows the ball, the game down. The ball goes back to John Brennan. And John takes the kick now towards John Paul. John Paul has the ball in his hand. A right-footed kick from John Paul. High off the post. Breaks down in front of it. No one in there. The ball is cleared down the field. Who's going to get it? The Westmeath man has it. David Kilmartin. Fired it to Richie again. Now, it's Westmeath's turn to put on the screw. It's with Fergal. Down he goes. Being held up as he gets up with the ball. Tries to turn his man. Still coming, and he's fouled. It's a free in for Westmeath. An awkward angle.
Fergal Wilson fouled there, so hopefully Desi can put this one over the bar.
So Fergal Wilson is fouled. Desi has been off his freeze in the first half. He's taken a fair amount of punishment, so we'll wait and see where this one goes to. He's placing the ball. He's taking care with it. He's looking in at the ball. We're getting to run a little bit out of time now, I would imagine. Back with the 5 minutes left. 6 minutes left in the game. Desi moving back. Taking his time. Trying to compose himself. Here he comes now. Up he comes. Floating it across. Off the post again. And again Meath survive. Here comes the Meath men. On their way down. Ian McManus. Great ball by Ian. The Meath. But there's a free for Westmeath.
I didn't think the referee saw that. The Meath fellow, he took about 7 or 8 paces with the ball.
Well,
that time.
took I didn't see it, but Des McGuire, well, Des is the referee, and that's why sometimes I curse him on the sideline, but because he sees these things. Now, it's a free in for Westmeath. It's on the 45-metre line. And Desi isn't having the best of luck with frees today. That last one was a great one, but it hit the post. And Desi now has to try and compose himself. But back goes Des, taking his time. His name is not on the score sheet as of yet. It's on the 45-metre line. He's kicking into the breeze. He's coming. The ball is on its way, and then his name is on the score sheet. And now Westmeath will have to rally again. Meath will have to come back. And the gravel arms jerseys.
Great score by Desi off his hands. And myself and Tom were saying we thought Fergal Wilson would have taken out his hands from this side, and then we said we hope Desi makes us eat our words, and thankfully he did.
Well, Desi did. I said he didn't on the score sheet. He is now.
Whoever gets the score,
Here comes the ball.
We've a great chance
to win this match now. Nigel Crawford knocks it down. Breaks on the Westmeath side. Westmeath are coming. It's with Richie Brown. Kick is half blocked down. It's heading towards the sideline, but the Meath man has it. He's been fouled. It's a free for Meath. Take the free kick very quickly. In goes the ball. It's another free for Meath because the referee decides that Westmeath were not back enough.
Yeah, Westmeath infringed the 13-metre mark, and he's given it from 13 metres from her.
Yes, the referee is quite correct, yes. And now, Meath launch a high one into the centre. Backs and forward going for it. Out comes John Coyne, grabs the ball, gives it out to Richie. Richie hasn't been available all the time. Towards Desi, way down in his own half. A good ball to John Brennan. John Brennan fires the ball out to Richie. Richie is moving down the field now. Richie is still moving. Richie goes to ground. Gives the ball back to Derek. Derek is in a little bit of a cul-de-sac. And he's got out of a corner that Catherine Nevin wouldn't have got out of. He gives the ball to Fergal. A quick look at the goals. In goes the ball. But it's a low one, and there's a couple of Meath men available. He goes the long route, however. Across goes Shawnee. Takes the ball down. Shawnee fires it back to David Gilmartin. Good ball. Then he goes to ground. It's a free in for Westmeath. And time is running out. Time is running out. It's 27 minutes. We've 3 minutes left. Tom Farr, a quick comment.
As long as we keep attacking, we're going to win this game, and as long as we have the ball, we have to win it. And I think we've got to take it over again with the initiative again. I think we're going to hold out, and hopefully we get another point here.
Well, another point here would leave things very difficult for Meath, but they're just one point. However, 2 points is a dangerous lead. However, hopefully we can see Westmeath get the consolidate their position. Meath have brought in a third substitution now. Made a third substitution. Dennis Keeley has gone off, and I'd say it would probably be. I'll see his number in a minute. Switches around the place. It could be Charles McCarthy. Number 20. Charles McCarthy is on the field for Meath. Desi is taking great care with this kick. Looks in at the goals. It's closer than the last one, but it's at a more awkward angle. Back he goes. He looks at the goals now. He's coming up. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Here comes Desi's kick. He's on his way. Driving it. Not very high. Out over the end line and out wide. So it's still all to play for. Tommy Carey has come in for Westmeath, and we'll see who's going off. JP has run himself into the ground, and Luke has decided to bring in a fresh pair of legs. The last 3 minutes or thereabouts. Here comes the kick. Up they go in the middle of the field again. Knocked down by Nigel. Kevin Burke gets into the way. There's a tangle on there. It's picked up by Richie. Out through a tangle of players. He gives it to. The ball goes through quickly. Towards Desi. He has the ball in front of his man. He's heading toward the goal. Gives the ball inside. He gave it too quickly. Up they go. Meath on the attack. Good challenge by Kevin Burke, but it's still Meath coming. Ronan Fitzsimons. Will this game end in a draw? Well, it could end in a draw. It could also end with a Meath victory. But Nigel Crawford.
He shouldered in the back there. That's why the free is in there. Desi was a bit unlucky, actually. He was trying to pass the ball outside and his arm was held, but the referee didn't see it. So.
The referee has been very hard on Desi today, one must say. Like in fairness to some of the frees he gave on both sides, some of them have been very... Like Westmeath can't complain with some of them, but Desi can feel aggrieved. This to level the match from David Callahan. He scored one, a strong one in the first half. But this is a pressure kick. This is a pressure kick and it's dropping in. Up they go for it. It's punched down. It's Meath still on the attack. It's Ian McManus picking the ball up. He's turning 2 men. Will he get inside? No. David Gilmartin gives him out. Pressure on the man with the number 19 on his back. Christopher tries to bury. It's a free out for Westmeath. Great defending by Westmeath.
Meath he over carried the ball there, and that's why the referee gave it. In situation, people say didn't take he only took 4 or 5 steps.
And Cardiff Buckley looks at his watch, which is not a bad sign.
Time up. We're in injury.
We're in injury time now. Here comes
injury time.
Well, all hands it back in the gravel arms again. The ball breaks down. It's picked up though. The Westmeath man goes to ground. It's a free for Westmeath.
Free for Westmeath.
Free for Westmeath in injury time. It looks like the gravel arms will be awash again this evening. There's no one in too hurry to take it. The ball goes back and out comes Gary Connaughton. Well, now Gary should stay in goals because time is almost up and anything can happen. Gone back in is Barry Murphy. He'll have it to say. He played in goals in a Leinster final, albeit for a few seconds. Here comes Gary's kick. The ball is on its way. Down the field it goes. Tommy Carey goes for it, gets his hand to it, doesn't keep it in play. The ball is over the line. It's a line ball. Back goes Gary. Meade will take the kick very quickly. Here it comes now. Right footed. Into the middle. Up they go for it. Backs and forward. It breaks to the Meade man. It's picked up by Shawnee Donohoe. Shawnee is fouled. It's a free out for Westmeath. And out comes Gary again. The referee has a good long look at his watch. And we're wishing that it would be the last. He looks at it again.
It's all over, I think.
Yeah,
Gary places the ball for the kick.
I think you're right. He's going to blow it.
Gary plays it for the kick.
He's going to blow it. Yeah.
The referee is putting the whistle in his mouth. Here comes the kick. No, he's in to go another while. Up they go for it. Peter coming with it. Still coming. Stephen Smith gets the ball in. Micheál Burke has the ball. Fits it in to Kevin Burke. Across this side to Shawnee Donohoe. Shawnee goes to ground, gets the ball back. A bad ball back it is so. Tommy Carey gets his boot to it. Picks the ball up. It's a free in. Well, I think Tommy's boot, in fairness, did go in. Will there be extra time? Or not extra time, but will it go to a replay? Ian McManus this side of the field. Picking his number 20. Down he goes. Getting up. Turning. His kick is blocked down. Kevin Burke picked the ball. Gives it out. To Fergal Wilson. A great ball to Derek Heaven. Derek coming with the ball. Derek still coming. Still going. It's a line ball for Westmeath. A line ball for Westmeath, and the referee looks at the watch again.
It's over 2 minutes gone.
32 minutes gone in the second half. 32 and a half. And the referee, it's all over. There's time for no more. It's this kick and that's it. Here comes Desi. Drives it high. Great ball from Desi. Out over the end line. It's all over. Westmeath have retained the Leinster Championship. They've broken the Huddo. They've beaten Meath on a scoreline. Westmeath 8 points to 7. Dale and Tom.
I think it's exciting. That free that Desi Owen took us, we said it was a draw at the time and that was the winning score of the game. We said overtook the lead, we'll win the match, and I think we were right. And we deserved to win it. And we played the best football in the last 5 minutes when it counted.
I would have to say it's the first time in all the years I've looked at Meath that they've handed initiative to Westmeath. They decided to hand midfield to them defending, and I've never seen an immediate team with lack of conviction in their play. Westmeath totally outplayed them in most aspects of the game today, and it's a great thing to see. This is a back-to-back on 21 national title.
Well, back-to-back, it's the first time we've done it. There's in any grade.
In any grade, Johnny, yeah, and it's great to see. Like Westmeath are here in numbers today. I say we outnumbered maybe about 10 to 1 here. You can just see by the crowd, yeah.
For the moment, it's not a give, but we'll be back and we'll be in the Gravel Arms tonight.
play, Sean, you. Who said Gaelic football is dead? Who said there's anything wrong with it? We're after seeing one of the greatest matches in Gaelic football ever played. I'd like to congratulate Westmeath on their great victory. They were defending their crown and they did it well, and we wish them well in the next two matches. And I feel sure they'll bring the second All-Ireland to Westmeath. Let's have a word of congratulations to Meath, who played a great part in the match, and to the referee. But it gives me great pleasure now on Karen Shaw, brother, our Desi Dolan, Captain Irvie. We set out last November with a goal of retaining the Leinster and All-Ireland Championship, and today we prove that we won't give up without a fight. Yes! There's a couple of people I'd like to thank here today for making this success possible. Number one, I'd like to thank the medical team, including Antoinette, Team Doctor, Paddy Walsh, and Killerburn. I'd like to thank our main sponsors, the Graham Arms, along with Robert Bagnall, Super Value, and Paddy Gallagher. He's allowed to. I'd like to thank the county board for all the work behind the scenes. I'd also like to mention St. Lomans and Ballinagoran Football Club. Not to forget Serena Allen's answer. May Ennis, I'd like to thank her for all her food during the year. I cannot forget the management team. Last November, we started off and it was a long year, and these men were fiercely committed to the cause. They are Joe Giles, Mr. Motivator, Paddy McCormick, Sean Heaven, and Oliver Keaton. But the last fella, the man who's done so much for Westmeath football and will do more, it's Luke Dempsey. The supporters for all your came out in droves in Limerick last year, and today you proved that you come out in droves again. Finally, I'd like to thank Meath for trying to kill you, Desi. He's still there, though. Very sporting, very fair team. Also, like to thank the referee.
Thank Athlone Town. Thank Athlone Town, Desi.
And Mr. Eastwood. I'd like to give 3 cheers to Meath. Hip hip. Hip hip. Finally, I'd like to say, Damien Gavin said in 95, Aidan Canning said in 99, and now it's my turn. We're not finished yet.
After the game, when it's Jerry Buckley. Where is Jerry? What have you to say now?
Nearly over in the morgue over there, Ollie, but we're alive to tell the tale. It's wonderful. That's
really like beating the road.
That's the best feeling of my life. Better than last year's All-Ireland. Better. That is the best feeling of my entire life. And I mean that. And I mean that.
Well, look at Jerry, we give you time to recover.
You're wasting good drinking time on me now. You can talk to me later. God bless you.
Yes, the man you moment. Barry Murphy, Barry, please, don't hold both. A great occasion for the both families, Bunny Girls, Hamilton, Westmeath.
Oh, it's a great occasion, Alex. Brilliant win there, Leinster final. It's unbelievable. No better feeling, Alex.
What was the feeling there a minute ago? What was going to happen?
It was tense, Alex, waiting for the boys to come in. It's a great win. Great to get now at this stage.
Once again, Michal, well done.
Thanks,
congratulations.
Cheers.
Very good, very good, very good.
Very good to beat Meath.
A very tense and tight game.
Very tight. It's almost going up to the wire. But we knew in our heart and soul, Luke, to give us confidence that we want to beat Meath. And the bogey was Meath. If we bet Meath, then we do some damage. And hopefully we go into All-Ireland final in a minute.
Well, best of luck, Johnny. What can we say? And you get on with the congratulations.
Well done, Johnny!
And the man, of course, I know you're feeling rough at the moment, but I'm sure you're happy now. But Jeffy Casey, sorry, Jeffy.
Sorry, I delighted. Can't fucking believe it, we bet.
But great performance by the boys.
It's great to beat them by a point, especially me. Like, we're waiting for this for a while, and it's great to retain titles by a point. Brilliant.
Well, it's great to be meeting wearing the Meath jersey, but on the winning side.
I know, yeah.
Congratulations and well done again.
Thanks, Ollie.
A great day for Westmeath.
Great day.
What can we say?
Well, it's as good as winning All Ireland last year. No.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a few pints drank around Ballycarrig tonight.
There will. And I can go back to Longford happy tonight. Even though the best of the Byrne Cup will be happy tonight.
Good man, Malachi Scott, well done. Youngsters of Westmeath, all the stars of the future, signing autographs. The one and only Desi Dolan. Desi, we're going to go for one second. Well, Desi, what was it like collecting that cup after beating the Royal County of Meath?
It's a great feeling. All the sweeter when you beat Meath.
Well, look at... You were held scoreless for 3/4 of the game. You got the two vital ones. It must be a great feeling now, Des.
It's a great feeling, all right. Some of them didn't go over at the start, but I got the important one at the end. That's all that matters now.
Well, look at that, Desi. We'd like to get on with the work there for all those youngsters. Signing the autographs and give them a drink out of the cup as well. What can we say to this man? I'm sure he's quite relaxed now and relieved that game is over. Father of Michal Mick Buxig. Mick, what a feeling.
Yeah, fantastic win. Fantastic.
Great occasion for this week.
Fantastic, especially Meath being in a Leinster final. Fantastic. They went down to the wall there today. They waited to give everything they had.
Hard really game. Pulled everything over the top of today.
Everything on it.
And the member of the team poured through them, Meath did, and when Meath poured at you, you have to top kicks from the top floor.
But that's for sure, up to the final kick, to the final whistle. Meath came back strong with the mice held out. Brilliant game, great display by all.
Well, once again, mate, what can we say on you? Congratulations to yourself and your good son, mate. Michal both. Thanks, mate. Well, now we have a gentleman that brought the balls out over his head, between his legs, every position today. Third pass, Barry Murphy. Barry, Leinster champions. It must be a great feeling, Barry.
Oh, savage feeling, Ollie, yeah.
It's a medal they put beside their county championship last year,
I tell you, the two of them are going to the place waiting for it on the wall already. It's super to beat Meath in the Leinster final now.
Well, Barry, you really held that forward line of Meath. The forward line that everybody said couldn't be held.
Couldn't be held, yeah, well, I mean, we come in at half-time and they'd only scored 2 points. So that's it said a lot about the backs. And we wanted to go out in the second half and do it again, you know. But it's great to win it.
Midway through the second half, Barry, were you worried? There was a lot of pressure on you. You got a slight twinge in your ankle there. I seen you were
right, yeah. Well, you get those things, but no, you would be worried, all right. But I mean, when you've lads in that team that will give everything to win, you know, you can stay behind them and they're going to pull it off.
Barry Murphy, you're in the Ireland semi-final. We won't talk about that now.
No,
congratulations and well done.
Thanks very much.
Well done. Well, another man we have now, and I'm sure he's a happy man. Living on the border of Meath and Westmeath, Chairman of the County Football Board, Dennis Coyne. Dennis, you're a proud man this evening.
The proudest man in Westmeath. There's 15 or 18 or 20 players in there, and they're proud. I'll tell you something, there's nothing compared to what I feel. The way I feel at present, having lived in the shadow of Meath for all my life, this is the greatest victory of all time as far as I'm concerned. We won last year's under 21 against Laois here about 12 months ago, and I felt great, but it's nothing to the way I feel today.
Well, I'm sure, I know that's the feeling. You're living down there, you have been listening for the last, I don't know how many years, the comments of football and Westmeath football, but by God, things have been quieting today.
Well, we've been classed by a lot of people out our country as second-rate citizens. I'll tell you something, we're in the top seat today, and we intend to stay there.
Well, Dennis Coyne, what can I say on behalf of everybody at Westmeath? A man that has kept it going when Westmeath football was dead and buried at times. Congratulations and well done, Dennis.
Thank you very much.
Well, the man that brought off a save in the first half, the likes of it hasn't been seen in Sky Sport and any sport in the country. Gary Connaughton. Gary, what can we say? Only congratulations and well done.
Oh,
but by God, that save in the first half, it was something else. Tell us about it.
Well, it's shocked.
You're shocked. Okay, Gary, we won't talk about the game.
I don't know what to say.
Me, they threw everything at you there in the second half. You withstood any pressure to come. The lads, they really pulled out all the stops in front of you today.
Yeah, the backs, fair play to them, stopped everything coming in, you know. We were lucky. We were lucky there at one stage in the first half. The ball hit the post. Then your man got through again, I saved it. And then after that, Shawnee Donoghue made a good block. But the second half, then we really got on top. Then they got on top for a spell, and they got their 6 points.
They got on top at a dangerous time,
yeah.
Gary, with 15 minutes to go, 10 minutes draw with you. Were you worried at that stage?
I wasn't, no, not at the stage. We were 6-0, but then when we got on top then at that stage and we hit the post twice, I thought that was our luck gone. But Desi Fairplay put that point over, and that was it. We battled hard and we blocked the backs, stood up to everything that came at them, you know, so it was brilliant then.
Well, look at that, Gary, we won't delay any longer. The celebrations are beginning to happen inside there. What can we say? Only congratulations and well done, and the best of good luck in your debut with the Irish team, soccer team in the near future.
Thanks very much, Charlie.
Gary Connaughton,
thank you.
Well done again, Gary.
You more than deserve to win. I thought in the first 4 or 5 minutes we were going to overrun us completely, and perhaps you could have had a couple more points in front. But in true Meath spirit, Meath came back and fought and made you battle to the end. We knew exactly what we were coming here to face. This man here has worked wonders with underage football in Westmeath. And lads, I hope you continue to keep rolling on. I mean, winning an under 21 is something. But at the end of the day, it should be only a sort of a supply line into a senior team. And that hopefully you can bring it forward. I know it's great for you at the present time, lads, and we certainly don't begrudge it to you. Believe you me, we knew coming down here we had a battle in our hands. And by God, we had a battle. And apart from you winning the Leinster Championship out there today, lads, I think Gaelic football was a real winner.
Here.
Well done. Best of luck. I wish you the very, very best of good luck, guys. All the best.
Well, we spoke to another man, the father of one of the players. We have another man here, father of another one, Tom Smith from Shandona. Tom, you're a happy man this evening, I know.
Very happy man, Ollie, very happy. Couldn't be more happy.
People said football in Westmeath was on the way down. I tell you, they have shut up the critics after today, I'm sure.
Well, indeed they have, Ollie. Like, I mean, that's 3 titles now in quick succession, one after the other, and I don't think the seniors will be far behind them now, with all that up-and-coming talent coming on.
Well, the seniors are going through a bad period at the moment. They're suffering from, I suppose, the loss of some of the underage players, especially someone on display here. But when the whole thing gels together, we should have some senior team in the future.
Oh, indeed we will, Ollie. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all you do is look into that dressing room when you see it. Like, the spirit is there, and I've no doubt in 2 or 3 years' time that we're going to be a big force in senior football.
Tom Smith, Shandon, congratulations and well done.
Thank you very much.
Another man, Joe Martin, Ballymore. Joe, we spoke to you after the Leinster final last year. Did you ever think it would happen again?
Not the way I did, Ollie. Not to come in here today and beat a good Meath team. Like, the lads had to work terrible hard to do it, but they're a very good side. I'd say possibly maybe even better than last year's team.
Well, Meath threw everything there in the second half, and they withstood and no spiral.
They did. They had an outstanding game all through.
We were talking about her centre field men going into this game. By God, they did their stuff today.
They done their stuff today, they were outstanding. They took everything that was thrown at them, and they couldn't hit as hard as they were hit. They were outstanding, the two of them. Kevin Burke in particular was very, very good.
Joe Martin, congratulations and well done.
Thank you very much.
Another father of one of those players out there today. A player that was, a lot of people consider was quite up to today, but by Jesus today, he stole the show and did more than he's fit for Westmeath. Richie Brown Jr., or Senior. Richie, you're a happy man this evening.
Well, it's great to beat Meath, and especially beat them in the Leinster final. And I know it's hard on the heart, but to beat them be a point in as well. And I think all our players, I think our centre field was outstanding. Every man on the field was outstanding. Even the two subs that come in, and it really shows the character of this team that they come back and won a Leinster after winning an All-Ireland last year. And at half-time it looked bad for them, but with 5 minutes gone in the second half, they dug deep. Meath come back through level, and they still come back and scored a brilliant point, the winning point from 50 yards. Our forwards probably just didn't get going, and the day was bad for football, and it was great to win it. And
as some of the commentators mentioned during the game, they were hunting and packs Meath, and they didn't give Westmeath forward a chance. They were looking forward around them during the game.
I think Meath took our stance and Harry. That was the great thing about this Westmeath team since last year. They're going, they block, and all the balls we blocked in our back line in the first half.
Well, look at Richie, we'll leave it at that. Celebration time now. We're in the All-Ireland semi-final. That's another day's work. Once again, to the Brown family, congratulations and well done.
Thanks, Ollie.
Thanks, Richie. Well, we've seen this man in action the other night out in Gamestown, and by God, after today, I don't think he'll get his place. Manager Rebel Arms, John Corcoran. John, what can you say for Westmeath today?
Oh, Ollie, look, isn't a dream come true. They've only had the choice to win a Leinster final, and the one team we'd love to beat would be Meath. Now we've done that, so we have a Leinster final. And I think we've done it in style, in atrocious conditions. And what can you say about that team? Unbelievable.
Well, you were saying the other night, if we could beat Meath, it would be the icing on the cake. We've beaten Meath. What's the feeling now, John?
I think anything beyond this now, so long as a complete bonus. I think these guys deserve to enjoy themselves. They deserve all the accolades that will be given to them in the next 24, 48 hours. So they will, and a tremendous performance. When the chips were down, they looked so deep there in the second half. In the middle of the second half, Meath came back into it. Westmeath rolled up their sleeves, and they went again. And tremendous.
Well, I'm sure you've sent the bush line back to the Rebel Arms at this stage, and things are beginning to warm up back there. It's going to be some night again.
Absolutely. Isn't it great to look forward to these nights of bringing cups home every other year? It's fantastic, so it is.
John Corcoran, manager of the Rebel Arms, what can we say, Ernie? Thank you very much, and of course, Christy May, we can't leave him over. Once again, well done.
Thanks, Ollie.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Well, another man. He's smiling. And why shouldn't he? Seamus up there on. Seamus, I've seen you hitting the sky there when the full-time whistle went.
I gave a certain amount of encouragement. We're not supposed to do things like this. I gave a certain amount of encouragement to the referee to blow the whistle, both for the last 3 minutes. It's a superb win. Anytime we all the time threatened to beat Meath, and this is the first time we've done it. So to beat Meath by 1 point in the Leinster final is an ultimate achievement. Our people are thrilled, I'm thrilled, and every credit to the team. The battle.
Well, there's one very happy man over there this evening, that's Dennis Coyne, who is living in the nearly in the heart of it over there. And I can tell you the tears are leaving his eyes, and quite rightly so.
Quite rightly so. I might move house and buy one of those new houses on the Kinnegad-Meath border.
Well, those men from down Kinnegad side, they're proud men going home this evening. They did more than their stuff for Westmeath.
Well, they have suffered over the years, and tonight is their night, and the upcoming weeks is their week, and let them enjoy it. I must say that Meath were absolutely sound in accepting the result. I know that they're very gracious about it, very nice about it, and wished us very well in the All-Ireland series.
Seamus, we'll leave it at that. We have another day out, and that's important.
We'll have another day out, and we'll have a smashing evening, and they are, Luke and his team are mighty men.
Thank you very much. Well done, gentlemen. Thanks very much. Well, now we have another father of one of those great lads. From Milltown Pass, Paddy Burke. Paddy.
How are you, Ollie?
You're a happy man going home this evening.
Happy man.
I'm not saying you're going home, but my God, it was something else out there this evening.
Great day for the team, and great to beat Meath. Even though Meath are a great team, they played very well and took the defeat.
Well, they threw everything at us today, and they withstood it in there in the back line.
That's right, yeah. But I think we're the best team over the hour.
Well, we're going into this game, people were saying we might lose out in the centre field. But I think the critics, I won't say the critics, but anyone that said it have been proved wrong after that performance by the two boys today.
That's true, yeah. They're two good midfielders, and I think they have got a bit of stick during the week, more stick than they deserve. But I'd say they proved all their points today.
Man, Paddy.
Hope we will win it. We'll win the semi-final now.
Well, look at Paddy, what can we say on behalf of everybody? Well done. Well done to the Burke family and your good son, Kevin Burke. What can we say, Only? Get on with the celebrations, have a good night, and we'll see you all.
Thanks very much, Ollie. See you, Ollie. Bye.
Manito!
Well, we have another great man there, but a great centre half back or wing half back. I don't know where it is today. Sean. Tom Donovan.
Well, I'm very pleased, Ollie. You know, it was a fantastic game. It was very hard to beat Meath. I've been a cockman, like we should know that down through the years. And to beat Meath in any sort of a game, it's a pleasure to win it. And you should take it.
Well, Tom, I'm sure you're proud of your son out there the way he performed today.
I'm very proud of him. Like, you know, he's only 18, like, you know, and he's only 4 weeks over age for minor this year. And it's a great credit to him, like, you know. And he'd been in the Leinster final before with the Marist College, and he was beaten. And he did tuition from Desi Dolan, Pat Devlin, Michael Gantley down along the line, and hopefully he'll keep going further on.
Well, to beat Meath in the Leinster final is something to be proud of.
Oh, it's very proud. To beat Meath at any level, and especially in the Leinster final, it's very proud. Westmeath people are very proud. I've been a cockner, as you know.
And I'm sure you're a Westmeath man today.
Well, I'm a Westmeath man, I suppose, for the last 20 years.
Tom Dunhoe, Gary Castle, congratulations to your family, and the job well done.
Right, thanks, Ollie.
Thanks, Tom.
Right.
Very much. Have another man, and I'm sure he's a happy man this evening. Dermot Fox. Dermot, what have you to say about that performance?
Absolutely splendid performance. It's the finest Westmeath display I've seen in many, many years. In my 30 years of watching Westmeath, I've never seen us beat Meath at adult championship level. Today we laid the monkey, and it's an absolutely great day for Westmeath.
Meath in the second half, they came back at them. I'm sure you're worried there about 15 minutes into the second half.
Absolutely. The Westmeath performance today would rank as one of the finest performances in the second half play against a team like Meath. It was obvious that they were going to come at us hard and heavy in the second half. Our guys dug deep, and it was an absolutely outstanding performance in very tough conditions, and we won the match the hard way.
Dermot, we leave it at that. Have a good celebration tonight.
We will,
and we'll see you in the All-Ireland semi-final.
Thank you very much, Ali.
Well, we have another proud father going home this evening. All the way from
Ollie Gallagher, where did you come out of?
Jimmy, what can you say?
Well, I'm delighted. I'm absolutely delighted. I'm thrilled for the lads. It was a terrific performance. Like, you don't win a Leinster final really until you beat Meath. What a lot of people say, but today they done it. And they had to dig deep down the last 10 or 15 minutes, and they really showed that they were the best in Leinster.
Well, they had to dig deep, very deep. When Meath come back and draw a level with about 10 minutes ago, things began to happen.
I thought the rating was on the wall there, but I thought the referee was a little bit unfair to us. He could have given us a few frees. He gave Meath a few easy frees, but we won't crib about anybody now. We're Leinster champions 2 years in succession, and I think it's terrific. And I'm delighted for my own lad. He's a mad below, and I'm really thrilled for him, and the rest of the lads, every one of them, the two lads from Castelli. It's a great thing, boost for a little club like Castelli to have 3 Leinster medal holders on our own team now. And well done to all the lads. I thought Kevin Burke had a great game, Richie Brown had a great game. Desi Dolan was marked very, very tight and played well. You couldn't criticise any player out there. They were terrific.
Father of our centre half forward today, Jimmy Duffy, congratulations and well done.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Well, now we have our match commentator Johnny Garvin and match analyst Tom Farrell. First of all, Johnny, you're summing it up there. What have you to say? I know you haven't much time to think during the game. You've got time to put your thoughts together now. What have you to say about that performance by Westmeath?
Well, I think it's the best performance I've ever seen a Westmeath team given, from goalie out to the entire panel. Anyone who was used today made full use of every inch of the ground they had to use. They played their hearts out. And definitely Luke has something that he loves a life for him. Today now, I've always been an admirer of I've always been an admirer of David Gilmartin as a very scientific, skillful footballer. But today he showed he's another side as well. He was into everything. Centre field, brilliant. Forwards, any opportunity they got. Backs fought like terriers. It's tremendous. And Gary, how will forget Gary Collins from save in the first half? Brilliant.
Well, Johnny, they're in the All-Ireland semi-final, and that's another day's work. What can we say now when you wish them the best of luck?
Well,
as long as we have Johnny Garvin behind the mic, luck will be with us.
I'd be afraid of what to say about them.
But I don't think you went too hard on the referee today anyway, Johnny.
Didn't you time?
And my God, you got a good little reason for it. Another man that was there behind your shoulder, Tom.
Yeah.
I seen you hitting the roof of the dressing room or the broadcasting box there when it was over, yourself and Des McGuire.
Yeah, I think actually when we came back in the game, it was a draw at the time, and we just said that whoever get the next score win the match. I think we were proved right that Hezzy Dolan probably got the most important free, I would say, of his career to date. It was a brilliant free because he was under extreme pressure. He hadn't scored before that, and he took it with style and plumb and put the ball straight over the bar. And I think once we got that score, the whole team lifted. As Johnny said here, David Kilmartin, I suppose, had a lot to play for today because he lives in Kinnegad. As we know, that's a real border area, so the rivalry there would be unreal, and I was delighted for him as well. And they all played fantastic, from the goalie out to the full forward line and the subs, everybody involved, Luke, backroom staff, everybody. I actually was down in Dungarvan taking notes for Luke last Wednesday. I was at the match with Waterford and Limerick. We've now played Limerick. They will be a tough team to play as well, but we're looking forward to it, and I think we have a great chance of winning the final again.
Well, just getting after the game, Tom, people going into this game were a little bit worried about our defence and our centre field, but by God, those lads proved everyone wrong today.
They did, yeah.
No, there was no one critical about it, but they knew the pressure was on them, and they withstood and they were smiled at them.
The only thing I was afraid of was the psychological fear. I had no fear over football because I think we were, man for man, we were as good as Meath, and we have been through the last edition of race until we won. In Wicklow, our backs proved good as well. At the start of the year, we all said probably the backs weren't great, but today they proved they are good. And so our biggest fear going into the game today was the psychology. Was beating Meath at last, and we did it in style. We beat Kerry last year, we beat Meath. Now we're on the football map of the world. We can be proud of the Westmeath people and of our Westmeath teams.
Tom Farrell, Johnny Garvin, what can we say? Well, thank you very much for what you've done. But keeping us up to date on everything that's happened during the last number of hours today to the final, and we look forward to meeting you all in the All-Ireland semi-final.
Thanks, Ali.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now we have two gentlemen over here who will be talking about nothing else, only football. First of all, manager Luke Dempsey. Luke.
Yes, Ollie.
First of all, congratulations on behalf of everybody from all over Ireland, never mind Westmeath, on a job well done.
Thanks very much, Ollie.
You're a happy man this evening.
Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted because, you know, all week we've been listening to people saying, you know, you've never beaten Meath and they're just going to go out and shake the jerseys of Westmeath people. So it was an awful psychological battle as well as everything else to get the players mentally right for this huge game, because I had seen, I was just saying to Jerry earlier, I had seen Meath hammer Laois over in Newbridge, a game that didn't come up to the expectations of the crowd, but I think the crowd were judging it more on our scoring 6-17 in the previous match and wanted a free-flowing game and that. And it was never going to happen because both teams were excellent. And the fact that Meath beat Laois by 5 points, Laois would be everybody's favourites to win, meant that we were going to have a fierce, tough game today. And my hat goes off to all the players.
Well, you mentioned the United training. We asked you the fact you were playing Meath, you seen Meath playing below in Newbridge, that they were worrying anyway, and you said no, it was another team.
Yeah.
They came out today in the second half, as Meath do in all games, come back in the second half. And was there any worry in the camp over on the far sideline?
Oh, yeah, you don't be worried, Johnny. You're nearly fit to get a heart attack at that stage, you know, being truthful about it. But every championship match we've gone through since 1995, and I'm sure Jerry will remember an awful lot of matches, we've gone through some awfully close matches. The Laois Sag over here as 95 minors, the Laois last year, Wicklow this year, and you get to the stage on the sideline where you just get used to it. And if it's the case that the opposition who come back, go on and score the next couple of points that wins it, but there's nothing you can do. But you sincerely hope at that particular juncture that your players have enough character, self-belief and determination to turn the tide, and that's exactly what happened today.
Well, we were talking about some of the positions where the Westmeath supporters were worried about them. I know Luke Dempsey wasn't worried about them in any way, or defence in our centre field, but they proved everyone wrong today.
Oh yeah, I mean, to beat Wicklow was a huge achievement, and going into the Wicklow match with 5 new backs from last year, they answered all questions asked about them in the replay in Cusack Park. The Wexford game, they did so as well. I mean, Wexford came into that game, they were hoping to get to a Leinster final, and the backs were excellent that day. So I knew we just man-marked with one of the best man-markers I've ever worked with in John Kane, and he absolutely was excellent today. I'm sure Jerry would agree there. John Coyne has come on in leaps and bounds, and he was marking their danger man McManus. And I think on both sides of John Coyne today, you had sterling performances from Shawnee Donoghue and David Kilmartin. I thought they were excellent. And inside, Mihal and Barry did nothing wrong. I mean, you were holding me to, what was the score, 7-6, wasn't it? Holding me to 6 points, 2 in the first half. It shows the how well. And Gary, of course, made some vital saves in the first half. I think that shows how well the backs did play.
Well, look, you've summed it up there in a few moments. I know you're beginning to get thirsty now, and there's a lot of people behind me here getting thirsty. What can we say? Only congratulations on a job well done. We look forward to meeting you all, no matter where it is, in the All-Ireland semi-final, and little did we think this time last year we'll be going that direction again. Well done.
Thanks
well
very
done
much,
to you, and well done to your backroom team as well.
Thanks very much,
everybody.
There's 3 little supporters. 4 little supporters.
Well, gentlemen, even though he is a leashman, at this stage he's more a Westmeath man than a leashman. He spent that many hours celebrating with Westmeath over the last couple of years. Radio 3 fame, Jerry Russell. Jerry, we can hear you in the back room tonight. In fact, there was a man listening to you as far away as New York. He had a telephone to his ear, listening to you commentating the whole hour of the game. And he rang back to say that you came through loud and clear, and he is up.